You're listening to Band Practice with Matthew and Krebs. Rock out with your cock out.
So we are here, and we have with us a man that needs no introduction.
Return of Paul.
Paul.
What's going on, guys? I love your new intro. I love your new setup here.
Who's Ministry? Because he said, because we
Ministry is an industrial metal band. Like, they've been around since like the 80s. In the 80s, they were kind of like new wave pop shit. And then like they became
Metal.
And
I was going to say, Krebs, you don't know who Ministry is?
I don't.
Yeah, really.
I don't.
After this podcast is over, I'm going to educate you.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Ministry's one of the greatest fucking bands
when
ever.
you said Ministry, I thought, like, is that like the opposite of like Judas Priest? Like, I don't know.
No.
But still metal.
You know Al Jorgensen Ministry? You know he's Cuban, right? He's a
Just
Cuban.
had to throw that in there, huh?
Yeah, of course I had.
Yeah.
I had to plug it.
You think it gets points for Cuba?
Yeah,
Whatever.
He gets points for that. We all do.
He's no Max Cavalera.
No, he's not.
Let Elian stay.
I was one of the few Cubans to send the fucking kid back. Braddock doing a high school, he's getting the fucking fights with people. All the Cubans were like, "Oh, the hell, okay." I was like, "Get the fucking kid out of here, man. We got enough people in fucking Miami."
See, that was.
I don't need more traffic on Palmetto. Fuck that shit.
But that's funny though,
Jesus
because I assume we were all in high school when that went down, right?
Yeah.
I remember there was like a rumble in our parking lot at Westminster. It was the Cuban kids versus like the redneck kids. Mind you, it's a private school. They're all rich as fuck. Like, why are you people like you guys can't fight? I know. I fought most of you. Like, this is just a weird stare down.
I remember like there was like a walkout and like everyone walked out. Like most of the kids walked out just for the sake of walking out. They didn't give a fuck about the politics of the situation, whatever. And like I just stayed in. I didn't walk out. I was like, I'm not gonna walk out for that bullshit. And it was like Braddock, because like it was a school of like 5,000 kids, and it was like vanilla sky.
Yeah, Braddock is
fucking
huge.
School. There was like nobody in there. It was great. Like I had the whole school to myself and shit. For fucking Elian bullshit. I remember like the morning where the feds invaded the house and they took the kid out.
Yeah.
Like I'd actually woken up like at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a Saturday morning, and like we got the Miami Herald. Like the Herald somehow already had that shit. Like the Miami Herald was like anticipating the whole thing happening, and they had the guy take the picture, the famous picture, pointing the gun at the kid, all that shit. And my brother was asleep, and I got the Herald, and like I got the Herald, and I threw the Herald at my brother. That's how I woke him up. I was like, bah, read that shit. And Martin, like my brother, he opens up the Herald, he looks at it, and he's like, oh my God, they fucking did it.
My favorite part about all that was when they brought his father in, like they brought him to the States, and then I guess he like got him and left. But there's I would love to know if it's on YouTube. We can look later. But his dad like gave an interview, and he goes, "Fuck you, America," and he's giving the middle finger, but he's doing it backwards.
Yeah.
My favorite part. Okay, it's like, dude, you're basically saying "fuck yourself."
Yeah. Exactly.
Excellent. Just excellent. So, guess what happened today?
What happened?
The Canes won.
That's right.
No.
By 1 point.
That's why two-thirds of us in this room are in a good mood.
No one cares about the Canes. No one cares.
Oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Okay,
about the
guess what happened before the Canes game? The Canes game.
I woke up.
Kavanaugh
Oh God.
got confirmed.
Yay!
And the
awesome, sure.
And the screams of a million social justice warriors erupted irritatingly.
So on our we have a Twitter now, by the way,
You have a Twitter now?
which is me just being a dick most of the time.
Oh, just like our president? Okay.
Yeah, mine's better.
Yours is better. I'll take your
Stormy
word for it.
Daniels' new book came out, and I tweeted to her. I was like, I hope your book has a lot of pictures.
And then the platypus Jesse goes, I hope they're pop-ups.
Yeah.
She goes, having sex with Trump was the worst experience of my entire life. I was like, well, you had sex with Donald Trump.
On purpose.
On purpose. So
Well,
like that's on. I
like-
think that's on her, right?
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen?
And then fucking Jimmy Kimmel had her on, and he had all these little figurines of mushrooms, and he said like, because that's what we've devolved into. Like this is news now. What Trump's dick looks like.
Well, you know what's funny is okay. So for the last 2 weeks, it's been Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit that someone tried to assassinate General Mattis,
Yeah.
and the memes out of that have been great.
Really.
Just absolutely amazing. Because General Mattis is pretty much invincible.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, before he was nominated, the Marine High Command sent down like an edict, an order saying you are not allowed to call him God anymore. and I know that because fucking your friend Hightower like posted. He's like, yeah, I'm still gonna
too. Fuck that. Seriously. Okay. There's very few times in the Marine Corps that any individual Marine has gone through the ranks and just been a guy you will follow to death because he's fair, honest, even, and just he doesn't give a shit what you do in your personal time, what you do with your personal life. He just wants to make sure as long as you perform and we can go kill bad guys, he's good. Like there was this famous interview before he got famous where the reporter came to his office and he had a jar of well, the story goes, I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly he had a jar of ears and fingers.
Okay.
What?
Go on.
Yeah,
Oh,
like human ears and fingers inside of like formaldehyde in this jar, and they I don't know how true the story is. I've heard it, and I'm sure it is.
It doesn't sound like him though. He's not a.
No, it definitely sounds like him because he's a fucking killer.
But
Deep down inside, he's a reserved killer.
He doesn't seem like a guy who dwells on it afterwards though.
But
Like,
anyway,
he
the
does
reporter
it 'cause
comes
that's
in
the
and asks
job.
what it is, and he's like, "Oh, those are my war trophies," and like they, social justice warrior freak out, whatever. But I know for a fact is that he negotiated a peace with the Taliban for a little bit, and he basically walked in there with the Taliban leaders and said, "I didn't bring anything with me.
I love his quote. But
Fuck with me, and I will kill all of you."
no,
Was that him?
Yeah,
I
No.
remember it was somebody like, I heard
with
that
tears
story,
in my eyes.
yeah, with tears
Fuck
in
with
my
me.
eyes. Fuck with me, and I will kill all of you.
And how many?
And he got up and left. Like that
And
was it.
no,
Fuck those motherfuckers.
No,
Which is why they call him the warrior monk.
and what happened afterwards? Nothing. Nobody fired a fucking shot because they listened to him.
Yeah, they were scared of him. I would be scared of that motherfucker too. He had a saying. It was be nice, be kind, be polite, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
He also had a great quote like always bring a knife because you never know when you might need to kill somebody or there might be cheesecake.
Yeah,
Is that a real quote?
that's a real
Yeah,
quote.
it's a real quote.
That's
I read all this shit when I was in Iraq because he was my campaign commander
Yeah.
at the time, and they had like all these like posters up everywhere about him. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, he's a badass man.
No shit.
There are very few Marines that have ever been regarded as highly by other Marines.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chesty Pulley.
Chesty
one of them?
Puller.
Pulley, thank you.
Puller. He is he's the fucking man.
He's the one that my favorite fucking quote. He's the one that when they broke out the flamethrower for the first time, he goes, "Well, where do you put the bayonet?"
Yeah.
Right.
He's got a famous quote where they were like, I think they were, I don't know what war it was, but they were like, we're completely surrounded, and he just looks over and goes, "Good, that makes it easy. We know where they are.
Yes.
That simplifies our problem." like just badass warriors. Like, yeah.
And just like narrative and story wise, it makes so much sense, and it's so beautiful that fucking Trump nominated him to be the SecDef because okay, so regardless of your opinions on Trump, he's one of the most fucking edited and re-edited people, so he looks terrible in certain circumstances. Or
was there like a lot of hoopla? I don't remember. There was a lot of hoopla when Trump nominated him for Secretary of Defense.
There was
A little
hoopla.
bit, yeah.
There was a little bit of hoopla, and it had nothing to. It was because he had just recently retired.
because
Okay.
you need to be out for how long?
He had to get a waiver from Congress because he hadn't been out long enough, technically by rules, to be able to serve as SecDef, because
Okay.
Secretary of Defense is supposed to be a civilian position,
Yeah.
and you're not supposed to be military.
That doesn't
I mean,
make
but
any
I was about
sense
to-
whatsoever.
Well, because you're not a. The idea is that if you're in the military, you'll gain too much.
They want civilian oversight. That's
Yeah,
it.
they want civilian oversight over the military, is what it is.
They want civilian oversight over the military. That's why we have Congress, and that's why we have.
There was a former Marine in Congress that opposed Mattis getting the position, and his specific reason is that it's supposed to be civilian oversight. I don't want him there.
No
and
shit.
it made sense. It was legit, but I think Mattis is doing a great job.
Well, and when he got out, the first thing he did was go back to fucking school and start studying the massive gap between military and civilian life. Because he was, and I've read his paper. It's awesome. He was talking about how there's a it's really different now than it was in like the early 20th century, because it was a conscripted army, meaning you had to serve. But now it's a volunteer army, and so now there's a gap that has grown between voluntary and people who just don't choose to serve. Because before, people had to serve, so it made you care about the military. It made you care about the people in the military. So he's so smart that he fucking noticed the fact that there is a growing gap between the military and civilian people, because now you have to choose to actually be in it. So like he was writing papers, doing tours, so he was living the civilian life. Like he really was the best option. They had to do a waiver, but did you read his papers?
No, I didn't.
I did. They're awesome. And
now I'm gonna go read them.
Oh, you should.
No, I'm gonna go read them.
I'm gonna go. No.
Hold on. I'm not done.
General fucking Mad Dog fucking Mattis. There are stories of him inside the Marine Corps that he went and served a post in the middle of the night, like on Christmas, for a young Lance Corporal, so he could go home and spend Christmas with his family. And he served his post overnight for him, which is an unheard of thing, which I don't know how true it is, again, because...
But it sounds like him.
That sounds like something he would do, but the guy's got stories that become inflated, and who knows what's true, what's not. I'm sure there's some base and truth to all of them, but the point is that the guy's he's a badass.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm under full belief that he's probably the only cabinet member of Trump's that Trump can never fire.
No. Yeah.
If Trump tries to fire him or get him out.
Well, I have the Trump bingo card.
No,
he's not on.
No, Trump listens to him.
Yeah, Trump listens to him.
He's not on that bingo card, dude.
There is no fucking way. If he legitimately tries to fire Mattis, because there's not one fucking legitimate reason to fire him. That guy has a clean record. He's upfront and honest about everything. He doesn't lie. He doesn't bullshit because he doesn't have time for it. He doesn't give a shit. He literally throws it out there. Goes, "This is what it is. You don't like it. I don't care."
Yeah.
And if Trump tried to fire him, I think Mattis would just go to news and be like, he wants to fire me for this and this and whatever it is, and I don't care.
No, but my earlier point was it's beautiful that Trump nominated him, because Trump has been obviously not perfect. Whatever your issues are, he is edited as fuck, and I've seen videos where he sounds terrible, but then you watch the full video and you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of reasonable. And the reason Mattis got fucking taken was, I don't know, dismissed or whatever by Obama, was some of those quotes he had where he said, killing these people, it's good fun. Now, with no context, that sounds fucked up. If you actually hear the entire quote, it's these people don't respect their women, they don't respect gays, they don't respect their people. It's good fun to kill these kind of fucked up people. But Obama was all about image.
Exactly.
So
yeah. He didn't want somebody like that, which is why, of course, Democrats have no balls. Remember that the people, those extremists in the Middle East, who they are horrible fucking people. And people who believe things like that are horrible people. And in the name of diversity, in the name of this bullshit and that bullshit, we should not sympathize with people like that whatsoever. They should be wiped off the face of the fucking planet.
See, you said something funny there. Diversity.
Oh, because we have to be accepting of everybody's religion. We have to be accepting of everybody's beliefs. But I'm not going to accept the beliefs of people who believe they should stone gays and oppress women and all that bullshit. I don't believe in it. I've never understood that, sympathizing with
because
especially with extremists.
There's a huge social justice belief that because there is
it's a shallow belief.
It's an extremely shallow belief, but it's and this is what it breaks down to, is that if there is a disparity in race, creed, religions, then there must be discrimination.
Yeah. And
just because there's a disparity does not mean there is a discrimination. The best way I can explain that is if we look at the NBA.
Okay.
How many fucking white dudes play in the NBA versus how many black dudes play in the NBA?
Yeah.
And not only that, we could go beyond that. Okay, how many tall guys play in the NBA versus how many short dudes play in the NBA? But you know why? You know why there's more tall guys in the NBA? Because nobody wants to see my short ass play basketball because I suck dick at it. There's no racism going on there or anything. There's not a thing going on there, but there is a disparity there, but it's not.
I have a great example about this. Like I said, 2001, I'm in college and I was taking sociology. This is where all this social justice warrior kind of shit started. I had a sociology teacher who I don't want to come off bigoted, but she looked like a dyke. I'm sorry. She was fat. She had short hair. It was dyed and spiked. She was a nice teacher. I've got nothing against her, but she fucking hated me. And I'll tell you why. Because
But she was, right?
well, I didn't ask. I didn't assume. I'm just saying, if I say dyke, everybody has a mental image of what I'm talking about.
exactly.
It's a word that carries an image.
Yeah.
I never said that to her. It's just it's a thought I had. And when I say dyke, you guys, anybody listening has a thought too.
So she wore baggy clothes, button-down shirts, short haircut.
Yep. Kind of chubby. Like
Yeah.
nothing.
Every PE teacher we ever had in school.
Like nothing.
Male or female.
Nothing. Nothing any of us would want to fuck. Like yeah. So. And she was showing.
I don't know, bro. Spend 7-8 months in the desert with no female contact.
That's not want. That's need.
That's
That's like prisoners would fuck like a dyke like that.
yeah. It's
But
things you would never imagine start to look pretty good.
But so she would show us all these videos and commercials of like she would talk about like the patriarchy. She's like, oh look, dad knows best, because in this one commercial, dad had the answer. And then I'll never forget this one. It was, I don't remember what commercial it was for, but it was a lot of black people standing next to like tigers and panthers and stuff. And she was like, see, they're saying that black people are animals. And I raised my hand and I went, okay, are you sure that's what they're saying? Maybe. I'm just saying that, just hypothetically, maybe black people look better naked next to animals than you do. Maybe
What a warped way of looking at that.
maybe
Okay.
maybe it's
Jesus
aesthetics.
Christ,
Maybe
Chris.
it's aesthetics. Maybe it's not race, man. Because the black people they had next to Tiger looked fucking awesome. Like they were intimidatingly good looking. Like
But what was the context of the black people with the animals?
I don't remember the commercial. But,
Not important.
But they were
Not
just there.
important.
They were just there. They were just like touching it and they were in frame. That was it. But she had to equate it to racism. And somehow I got an A in that class.
Here's another thing. Like, I'm showing my age, so I'm 36 years old. But like back in the 90s
old
and the
fuck.
80s,
You hit 36 when?
like last
thought-
year. I'm gonna be 37 in March.
I thought we were the same age.
no
I
shit.
thought you were still 35.
No, I'm 36.
When's your birthday?
March 18th.
March 18th. We're all gonna
Hangover
give
day.
Paul birthday presents.
Yes, March 18th, Paul, birthday. Don't
Yes.
forget.
Hangover day. You can't forget it. You're all gonna be hungover from St. Patrick's Day.
He's going to be registered on Amazon.
I'm gonna be registered on Amazon. Oh, I'm gonna start adding shit to my wish list right now. But anyways, going back to like showing my age. Like I called something gay the other day on Facebook, and somebody like called me out on it. Like, oh, that's gay. Oh, you can't like don't say that, man. It's all right. I'm like, but it's I mean, it's nothing against homosexuality. I'm nothing against homosexuality.
I'm big on the yeah. I've got
And
thoughts
like,
on this.
I'm just saying that like for me to say something is gay is no affront to actual gays. It's just saying like it's gay. You know? Okay. Like we can't call things retarded anymore.
Yes, we can. I do it all the time.
So I mean, so do I. But like, according to them, we
it's
can't
never
call things
it's never
retarded.
just retarded. It's always fucking retarded.
Fucking retarded. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
never just retarded.
It's never just retarded. Yeah, like fucking
Because
retarded.
that's offensive.
Oh, it's gay.
But if you
whatever.
say fucking retarded, it's
Yeah.
all right.
Like, hey, like sometimes I'll say to my friend, "Hey, faggot, what's up?" You know, and like, "Oh, you can't say faggot." Like, okay, but I'm not calling a gay person a faggot. I'm calling my friend who is not gay a faggot. And I think there's a difference with that. Like,
Why can't you call a gay dude a faggot?
because you're not called gay guy a faggot, unless your gay friend has no problem with it or whatever. Okay.
no. So two things. One is if
You can't call a black guy an N-word. You know, like you just
What's an N-word?
nigger.
Ooh.
Like you can't.
he said the secret
I'll
word.
say it. I'll say it. Dude, yeah, you can't call a black guy that, just like you can't call a gay person a faggot. But I think I could call like you a faggot. I call you a faggot. Hey, what's up, faggot? You know, that's, what you did right there. That's fucking gay as hell, dude. But it's not really gay. Like I don't know. They're
It's
taking,
not really gay,
No,
It's not
but
really.
it's gay.
It's not really gay, but it's gay. You know what I'm talking about? No, it's gonna change, and like society's gonna evolve to a point where we're no longer gonna be using words like
you know the
gay, faggot, nigger, all that shit.
This is the problem. People get upset because a random collection of letters make syllables and words, and
people give power to those words.
people give power to those words, and that's a bad fucking idea, because the only way we can communicate is with language, the words we have, and they just don't fucking suffice.
Yeah.
And people have different ideas about what words mean and the preconceived notions of what defines things with those words. So like, you know, you say Republican, you say, you know, libertarian, you say gay, you say, you know, those things, they all come with those pre-connotations everyone has, and they're not the same from person to person. Like those fucking, like it drives me crazy because I hate those fucking assholes that had those dumbass bumper stickers that say coexist. Like, piece in each one of those fucking things on that bumper sticker hate fucking each other. Piece
Oh,
to
yeah,
those
yeah.
motherfuckers means kills everybody fucking else. That's
I-
fucking stupid.
Have you seen
stupid,
have you seen
stupid,
the
stupid.
science fiction coexist sticker? I love that. I want to get that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
think I've
science
seen it.
fiction has like Star Wars, Star Trek,
I've
Firefly.
seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen
Like
that.
that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah, like science fiction, we all gotta coexist, of course. Yeah, but I don't know. Like they're giving a lot of credence to like word. They're giving a lot of credence to like words and how much they offend people and stuff. I'm like, come on, guys. Like let's just worry about. There's more important issues now in society to worry about,
Like Kavanaugh drinking.
like Kavanaugh drinking or whatever. Yeah, like
Hey, did you know what happened today?
What?
the Canes one.
Besides
That's
the-
right.
No,
28, 27.
Before that,
Sorry.
Fucking Kavanaugh got nominated. What was it, 50 to 48?
some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever. He's on the Supreme Court.
Great.
Jesus Cristo.
Is anybody here happy about it?
No,
I don't care.
not happy about
I
it.
don't care.
Nothing we could do about it.
Yes, there is.
What?
You can do stuff.
Like what?
Don't tell him to go kill Kavanaugh.
No, I'm not gonna tell him that. No. I'm gonna tell him he
You've
can.
already made me say the N word. Now you're gonna fucking implicate me. In fucking
Nobody made you do shit.
assassinating
I didn't make
the
you do a
fucking.
damn
This is a libertarian house.
Hey, look, man.
Hey, bro. I'm all about freedom. I love freedom. It's the most important thing. I love freedom
It
so
is.
much that I would never even force freedom on you.
Wow,
You're welcome.
most libertarian fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life, dude. Holy shit. That should be in their mantra, or whatever the fuck that shit is.
But hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let me help you with the gay thing. Not your gay thing, but the...
What the fuck are you implying?
What are you going on about, Krebs?
No. Okay, so I type gay all the time, or say it, but when I type it online, I type it Ghay. It looks a little bit different.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it makes people stop for a second.
You're getting around it.
But I've gotten shit for that, and I tell them, listen, I didn't gay. Gay is a minority. It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's not normal because most people aren't gay. It's weird. It kind of stands out a bit. It's odd to people who aren't that way. I didn't say bad. I didn't say wrong. I didn't say immoral. It's just different. It stands out a little bit.
Yeah, it
So when I
does.
say gay to something, I'm saying, oh, that's kind of odd. I've noticed that thing. Like, but I didn't say bad. So yeah,
It's just one of those things, like, you know, like
you can use that argument, by the way.
like white people from the 50s, like the old ass white people, like they use the N word all the time, and like that generation's dying out. And like when our generation dies out, we're like the last generation of like calling things gay and retarded and shit, bro.
You want to hear
like,
something
you imagine
funny?
that?
All right, so my wife's grandmother, God rest her soul, old Cuban woman,
Abuela.
Oh God.
abuela. Yeah, she was such a trip. She
Let me interject 1 second there. For those listening, you have to understand that on this fucking planet, nobody on Earth is more racist than Cubans are.
yes.
Nobody.
I've heard
white people, like they'll say,
I've
white
heard-
people are the most racist.
I don't know.
No,
Bullshit.
bullshit.
I don't know.
Bullshit.
I've heard Brazilians are pretty bad.
Yeah, no, all you South American Spanish fucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
We're not South American. We're Caribbean.
whatever, same shit.
Fuck yourself.
Pick a continent. Anyway,
Dear God.
anyway, so grandma she's got full blown Alzheimer's, right?
Oh God.
Oh, she's fun then.
But before, oh yeah, she was so much fun.
So did my
She-
grandfather's. Yeah.
She had full blown Alzheimer's. She like when I met her, she was already gone. She didn't recognize me. She thought I was some kid from down the street.
Yeah.
From like years and years and years ago. Anyway, poor old lady. We go driving to Publix with her and my wife, and we're waiting for these people to walk in front of us, and they were walking in front of the parking spot. I was going to pull in, and grandma's in the front seat. She's like all of 4 feet 2 inches. You know,
Of course.
she looks over, barely speaks English anymore because she's got Alzheimer's so bad, right? Looks over and she goes, "Just heat the negritos." I was
Jesus
like,
Christ.
"What?" And I looked over at her, and she goes, and she just motions her hand and makes this face like "fuck 'em." I was like, "Oh my
Amazing.
god,
Amazing.
Jesus
Oh God,
Christ,
bro.
what the fuck, abuela?"
My
Damn.
father's Cuban, and my father, like, he'll always say, I always call him out being a racist. You're fucking racist, dude. He talks shit about Obama, all this shit. Yeah, you're fucking racist. You know how it is. And like, he goes, I'm not racist. I'm the least racist person on the planet. I was like, oh, really? Why is that? He's like, oh, he goes, because you know what? If I see like a poor black person on the street, I'll take them in, I'll feed them, I'll help them out, I'll give them money. I was like, that's racist. He goes, how's that racist? I was like, because you're inherently assuming that the black person's gonna be in the street and you're the fucking savior that has to fucking save them. That's fucking racist. He's like, no, bullshit. I was like, oh, fuck you. Like, that's
why I just have a
man.
general rule: I don't help anybody on the street.
Don't help anybody in the street. There you go.
Yeah, that and gotta pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, bro.
I had one homeless. You've seen those pictures of the homeless guys that have like the sign, "Oh, I just want beer" and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I
love those guys.
saw a guy like that one time. I gave the guy fucking $10.
Nice.
He's fucking honest. Like the guy's fucking honest. He's like, I want $10 for a beer. I was like, bro, enjoy your beer, bro. Yeah.
You know what's
Shit.
crazy? I was in South Miami. I was actually driving with my wife, and in the middle of the fucking intersection on US 1, it's this couple, young couple. They look
I'd like to add that homeless person with the beard was white. Okay.
nice.
Okay.
So there's this couple there, this dude and this chick, and they looked young as shit. They looked like they're a little dirty. Like they didn't look homeless, but they looked like they were down on their luck or whatever. And the light turns red, and the guy holds up a sign, and he's like, traveling across the country, just married, having a good time, anything helps.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I rolled down my window and talked to him. And it's like him and his wife that they just got married, like I guess like a year ago or whatever, and they just said fuck it, sold everything they own and started walking and hitchhiking and traveling the country.
They like Forrest Gump that shit, bro.
Yeah, they Forrest Gump the shit out of it, and they were telling me they were from like somewhere in the Midwest, some place nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And
Nebraska.
yeah, and they were saying that their next goal was to go out to make it out to California. I was like, all right, cool. Here's $5. He's like, oh, thanks, man.
That's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like be honest about it. Like be honest on why you're panhandling money from fucking people. Like it's fucking crazy. There's a guy on the speedway on Bird Road by Tropical Park. He's always there. This guy tells jokes. But like this guy's so out of the loop and shit. The guy was telling me Bill Clinton jokes from the 90s.
Oh wow.
He goes, how old are you, man? I'm like, yeah, I'm 30 something. He goes, oh, so you're old enough to remember Bill Clinton? I was like, of course I'm old enough to remember Bill Clinton, man.
Yeah.
He starts telling me all these like Bill Clinton and Lewinsky jokes and shit. And I was like, bro, I don't have cash on me, man. What the fuck do you want from inside? He goes, you know what I want? I was like, what? He goes, I want 2 Arizona iced teas. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Okay. I got the guy 2 fucking Arizona iced teas, bro. Telling me Bill Clinton jokes and shit.
All right, so you ready for this? This is
What
one
do
of
you
the best. All right, so for my bachelor party, James McGlynn made me fake dollar bills. And in the center, instead of being George Washington, it was my face.
Yes.
And they were obviously fake. Like
no shit. Yeah.
Well, like when you looked at them, they were off color, and like he had hand cut them out and shit. Like
yeah. It was shit. Yeah.
You could tell it wasn't whatever. And he went crazy with them. He must have made like 200 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So when we go to do the bachelor party thing.
Thank you, Krebs. Krebs just brought us beer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I try to sneak out.
So he gave me like $200 of fake money, Matt money. So the plan was to just bar hop, start off around South Miami, work our way back down to Homestead, and then call it a night or whatever.
Yeah.
And try and hit any place that served alcohol on the way down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we did. Anyway, but that's not the point. We were in South Miami, and we walked out of, I think it was Boogie's, or like there was like a World of Beer. It might have been, I don't know. I was really fucked up already. And I walked out, and there's some dude on the street stops me. And there's a crowd of like, I think we were like 9 or 10 deep.
Yeah.
And I remember they kept walking, and the guy was like, "Oh man, I need some money. And I literally reached in my pocket, and I pulled out the Matt dollars, and I started waving at it. And he was like, "Oh shit, you gonna give me some money?" And I was like, "Well, I don't give it for free, bro. Like, what are you gonna? You gotta earn it." I was like, "Can you dance?" And he's like, "No, I
was
can't."
about to say dance.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, I can't dance, but I can sing." And I was like, "All right, sing me a song." He's like, "What you want to hear?" I was like, "Make it up right now." He's saying like, and it's funny because as this is happening, these guys that I'm with are leaving me. They're crossing the street, and then they realize I'm talking to a homeless dude.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Matt, come on!" And I'm like, "He's gonna sing me a fucking song. Shut up!" And they kind of
you're paying for it.
And they turn around and come back, and they're like, "This guy makes this like rap song on the side there. He starts beatboxing, and he goes into a verse or whatever, and starts doing bars. And he must have done it for like a minute and a half, and it was pretty decent actually.
Yeah.
I gave him like I broke off like half the roll of Matt dollars. I gave it to him.
Oh my god, dude.
And he didn't even look at it. He grabbed it. He goes, "Fuck yeah!" I got to put it in his pocket and took off. Went straight to the fucking liquor store, right? So I start walking, and everybody's like, "How much fucking money did you give him?" And I was like, "I gave him Matt dollars." And they all went, "Oh shit, we forgot about those."
Oh, I wish you could be a fly on the wall in that liquor store, bro. Oh shit.
And I was like, "Come on, we need to walk faster. We need to go."
Oh my god, I would get the fuck out of there, dude. Jesus Christ, that's like fucking like the Dumb and Dumber shit within the fucking diner.
Oh yeah.
Seabass.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
His ass, Seabass. Oh man.
I just would like to take a moment right now and just appreciate the fact that Paul doesn't really drink.
No, I've actually like my third beer. Yeah,
but
that's a lot for you.
For me, it's a lot. Yeah,
but he
like,
has chosen
drink,
to on our podcast.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw you drink this much, we were doing the frozen daiquiris over at the Brown House.
Oh god.
The pre-made frozen daiquiris.
It's where the last time I saw you drink, because you bought a bottle of, was it Crown? Something.
No, he drank on the other podcast show. He had like 2 beers.
I had
Did
2
he?
beers, yeah.
Yeah.
For me to have more than 2 beers is like a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been fucked up around you a couple times.
Yeah.
You've seen me fucked up a couple
I
times.
saw you shitty.
You saw me shitty, yeah.
I've seen you shitty.
Yeah. I'm a little jealous because like
You haven't seen that.
I've
yeah.
seen you
Yeah.
drunk
It
conversation.
happens
I've
every
seen
once in a
you.
while.
There was a party at the Brown House. We went to Publix, and I don't know why. I got on a whim.
Every once in a while, it'll get trashed.
On a whim, I bought these pre-made daiquiris that were like $10 a pop,
I think you gave me one once at like a
and
pool
I got
party.
I think I got like 10 or 15 of them, like all different assorted flavors and
Dude, I
shit.
remember that fucking night. Dude.
And
Like I had just met you pretty much.
yeah,
Dude, this fucking guy, like he brings like this shit, and then like his brother comes, of course, and like I smoked like a whole fucking bowl, dude, and like I was drunk, like being drunk and high at the same time is just fucking horrible.
and I remember
It's fucking terrible.
I'm passing these things out, and we're drinking, and,
Yeah.
and he does one. He's like, "Oh man, I don't normally drink. Let me get another one." I was like,
Yeah.
No, just that
Yeah.
sentence. I don't normally drink, but give me another one.
"Yeah," and I was like, I
Like
remember
I'm a burnout. I'm not a drunk, bro.
yeah, and I remember looking at him, I'm like, "It's okay, bro. No one's gonna judge you if you don't drink. Like, it's all right. Like,
Yeah.
You don't need another one." He's like, "No, I want one." I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, knock yourself out, bro.
Every once in a while, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Especially if it's good, like you know,
Well, that shit was tasty.
it was good. Yeah, like right now we're drinking Corona with lime, which is like just such a default great shit.
It's
you
also
know?
such a Miami thing.
It's such a Miami thing. Yeah, like Corona and lime, I'll take it. You know, yeah.
I think I'm gonna start expanding out and do some Modelo.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I've never had Modelo.
I've had it in England, which is kind of funny. They have it
it's-
all over the place.
It's okay. So if Corona is the Mexican Bud Light,
Yeah.
Modelo is like the Mexican Fat Tire, I guess.
Okay. It's like
You don't need to put a lime in it.
you need to put a lime in it. Exactly. Yeah.
Then where does Presidente fit? Like, what is that? Because all my
That's
Cuban friends,
Dominican
mind
piss
you,
water.
but-
Yeah, it's Dominican piss water.
Dominican piss
it's not my favorite, but I've got a lot of Cuban friends who are like big on it.
Yeah, Presidente's big with Cubans. Like Presidente's, it's kind of like a Budweiser for.
He put an accent
I
on
don't know.
Presidente. It's kind of sexy. Sorry, go ahead.
Presidente is like Budweiser, but like
Dominican?
It's all right. I'll drink a Presidente every once in a while, but like I don't know. I don't drink beer. Like when I drink mass quantities of beer, it's usually Corona. I don't know what it is. Yeah,
I like Corona. It's smooth.
it's
man.
Mexican piss water, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It's good piss
As
water.
I've gotten older, it's I don't know. I've acquired more of a taste for the.
Yeah,
Corona.
yeah, same here. Yeah.
When I was younger, I was definitely into like the Yingling, and actually I enjoyed Budweiser.
Yeah.
Because I went through a redneck phase.
Really?
Well, redneck drinking phase.
Redneck drinking phase, Budweiser.
Because
Natty Ice,
I refuse to wear
PBR.
camouflage now. But
You refuse to wear camouflage.
yes,
Why is that?
because I'm not a fucking redneck.
Okay. But you were in the military,
I
so you have the right to wear the camouflage.
I correct everyone at work because I work with a bunch of Cuban dudes, right? And they're always like, gringo. I'm like, all right, I'll take gringo. Take blanco. I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while they'll be like, oh, fucking redneck. And I'm like, fuck no. No.
That's a word. You were offended by that.
Fuck no. I ain't no
Did you get
goddamn
offended by
redneck.
somebody calling you a redneck?
You know why?
No, but he objected.
Because
No,
the-
not offended.
Whoa.
not
He
offended.
objected.
Not offended. I fucking strongly object. You know why?
You strongly objected to it. Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Inaccurate.
Because I'm not a fucking badang-a-dang. I don't watch fucking NASCAR. I don't give a shit about Dale Earnhardt Jr. And,
Oh come on! You don't love Dale, bro? Come on.
No, I don't.
Oh, who's your coworker that said that he loves us because we're the only two white boys who hate Che Guevara? Like, can we give him a shout out?
Yeah. Anil, hey, shout out to you, bro. Yeah.
I read that text and laughed my
you're
fucking ass
those
off.
two white guys that what?
Because we knew about Che and how he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like all these assholes, like, well, he basically made a comment to me like, oh, it's weird that you're American, like from here, born here, and you understand that Che was a piece of shit. Like,
Well, yeah.
Like, that's awesome. He's like, because all these other fucking assholes out there wearing his shirt,
Well, they don't
that they
Yeah.
bought.
The irony of that
That
is
they
like
bought at the
everyone wearing
Gap,
a Che
yeah.
Guevara shirt.
They bought it at like the Gap.
Somebody made money off of like
Yeah, supporting capitalism, which is something that Che Guevara was abhorrently against. Yeah, like the fact that Che Guevara shirts actually exist is unbelievable to me. Like,
I wish they
Marketing
read
him.
more because then they could join us in the joke of the irony.
yeah.
it's like the biggest insult to him, to Che Guevara, that people are buying a shirt with his image on it. Like, if he was still alive, he would hate that. You know.
You know,
It's
I
so
think,
stupid.
You know what I think is one of the greatest American insults to a patriot.
Are you talking about
A
the
patriot.
$20 bill?
The $20 bill.
Yes, I knew you were going there.
I'm losing my mind. It's
Andrew Jackson.
It's Jackson, right?
Yeah. So
Fucking
Andrew Jackson,
hated central bank. Hated it.
he said he hated central banking.
Yeah.
So the central bank was actually beginning to start under his presidency, and he
Is
actually
it raining?
Yes, it's raining.
Oh,
And he
Where the hell
actually
did that come from?
the sky.
Fucking
So-
Miami.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was. We were out there earlier. It was like not a cloud in the fucking Miami.
Give it
like-
10 minutes, it'll pass.
Still,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the first incarnation of the central bank for the United States was actually started under his presidency, and Congress commissioned it. They did all that shit. Everything was getting set up. It came to his desk, and Jackson said, "Fuck you." It was amazing.
Wow.
He also absolutely hated paper money because he said that you could print money then it's worthless.
Yeah.
And he was
Also, they rewarded him by putting him on a $20 bill.
exactly.
Now they want to take him off the $20 bill, and everyone's having a shit fit about it because they
Oh,
want to put
because they want to put
Harriet Tubman on it.
Yeah.
See, and why do they want to put Harriet Tubman on it?
Because Harriet Tubman's
We talked
Harriet
about this
Tubman?
last time you were here. Why do they want to put Harriet Tubman on there?
because she's like the Underground Railroad and like
Fuck the Underground Railroad.
okay, so why
Okay,
they wanna-
look, okay. Just because there is a disparity doesn't mean there is racism.
yeah.
And if we're gonna pick a black figure, I think we need to stick with a political figure and not Harriet Tubman.
And not okay, so who would you put on it then? Martin Luther King.
No,
Who else?
no, that's pandering. No,
Yeah, but
Pandering?
pandering.
As opposed to
He's
like,
got a
the,
fucking
the
street-
fucking engine killer that's on there
He's
now?
got a street in
Okay.
every fucking city named after him.
and it's
So what,
and it's
bro?
always the most dangerous street to be on, by the way.
yeah,
Dude, he's a fucking like
every city I've been to, that's true.
Yeah. And
is true,
I'm
yeah.
not making that joke up. Chris Rock made that joke.
Yeah,
Chris Rock didn't make that joke up. Yeah, fucking
but
Martin-
I don't know. Like, I don't think I would be okay if Jackson got off the bill, but I don't want some.
You
I
gotta
don't
take
want some
Jackson
so-
off. Okay, you gotta take Jackson off.
I don't
20,
take
bro.
Jackson off. I don't care.
Okay.
But I don't want some fucking social justice warrior bullshit on my fucking $20 bill.
But
Fuck
how is
that.
Harriet Tubman social justice warrior bullshit? That woman
Because
rescued
that's-
blacks from slavery.
Oh my god.
And fucking Martin Luther King Jr. with the civil rights movement, all that shit for all their faults. And Martin Luther King Jr. had faults, bro.
I could take
Okay.
Martin Luther King. I could take that. That's cool.
Who would you put? But what black figure would you put on
But
this
you know what
$20
though?
bill?
You know what? I would actually. You know what? I would take Martin Luther King. You know why?
They're 12% of the population. I think they should have. They should
I don't
be
care about the percentage of
I
population.
do
don't
care
give
about
a
percent of the
fuck.
population. They're
I don't give a
huge
fuck.
part.
I don't give a
Black
fuck.
people are a huge part of this country. They should be represented on our fucking money.
You know what? Anybody who thinks about black people or Spanish people or these people are fucking stupid. Because you know why? We're all Americans. And I
We're
don't
all-
give a fuck.
we're
And that's
all
where it needs to
Americans,
start.
okay.
And that's why I like Martin Luther King Jr. And you know why Martin Luther King has a day and Malcolm X doesn't?
Well, because Malcolm X is a fucking extremist. Fucking okay.
Aside from being, aside for calling for violence, Martin
Shit.
Luther King never called for violence. He
No,
never
of
called
course
for,
not.
He literally Martin Luther King. The reason he was amazing as he was because all he did was say, "Hey, we have this Bill of Rights, and you're not applying it equally."
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we want.
Yeah.
Is the same thing that every other American is afforded, and he was absolutely 100% correct, and he called everyone out on their bullshit.
And he linked up with white people and everything. There's like,
Yeah,
you
because
see
he
that,
was
the
fucking
march,
right.
The
He
march
was
on Washington.
absolutely fucking right.
He was there arm in arm with white people, bro. Like, yeah,
because he was absolutely
of
fucking
course,
right.
dude. Yeah. So you know what? Then put him on the $20 bill.
I could take that. I'm
yeah,
down.
put him on the $20.
But Harriet
bill.
Tubman, like, come on, man.
That's going
How many
way
other
back.
fucking like?
We don't, but you know what? That kills two birds with one stone because Harriet Tubman, you got the black and woman. So
See, social justice warrior bullshit.
Okay,
Fuck
you
that.
get black
Fuck that.
and
Fuck
woman
that. Fuck
right
that.
there. Okay.
I'll
And
take
look,
him.
I'm just looking at it from their point of view. Dude.
I'll take him. Okay.
Yeah, MLK is good. I'll take MLK.
I really wish, just to bring it back to Kavanaugh, I really wish Trump had kind of like rescinded and taken away that nomination and then hired like, I don't know.
Oh, Trump actually do
Hold
something.
on, hold on,
Trump
hold on,
regretting
hold
something
on.
that
Let me
is
finish.
Trump making himself look bad.
Let
He'll
me
never do that.
Let me
Okay.
finish my sentence. I would love it if he goes, all right, Kavanaugh, not a good choice. I would love it if he would,
Ben Shapiro.
no, a black woman conservative. I would love that because
Candace
so
Owens?
Condoleezza.
dude,
No,
so many,
Candace Owens,
so
all
many,
day long.
so many fucking heads
The
would
hell's Candace
explode. I
Owens?
would kill to see that.
She's my new one of my new favorites. I love Candace Owens.
I'm not entirely on,
What's the
on board
female?
with it,
What's the
but-
female version of an Uncle Tom? Aunt Jemima. Okay.
You seriously just said Aunt Jemima?
Wait, did you just say Candace Owens looks like Aunt Jemima?
Fucking-
No,
okay, there's Uncle
she's
Tom.
the female Uncle
We got
Tom.
Clarence
She's Aunt Jemima.
Thomas. Clarence Thomas is literally Uncle Tom. Fucking asshole.
Does anyone
And now
else
we're
want-
gonna have fucking her. We're gonna have fucking Aunt Jemima. Okay.
Candace Owens is pretty awesome.
I want pancakes now though.
I kind of want pancakes.
Fuck,
now,
I'm
too.
pancakes too.
Candace Owens is awesome. She she's I definitely disagree with her on a lot of points, but a lot of her points are well thought out.
Okay.
And I think the points that I hate that she comes up with are because Krebs mentioned before, once you go conservative, there's a punch card you have to keep. Otherwise, the party kicks you out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
And
fuck global warming.
And shit.
See, liberals, we don't have that. Yeah.
No,
Bull fucking shit.
We don't have.
Bull fucking
the liberals
shit.
are in a civil war right now, dude.
No, they're not.
Dude, I know. I won't say liberals. I'll say the left. Let me rephrase it. The
Thank
left
you.
is in a fucking civil war right now,
okay.
dude.
Fair enough. The left is
There's
in a civil
me.
war with
There's liberals like me,
classical
old school,
liberals.
Okay, like
and the extreme.
and then the
assholes.
fucking pinkos and shit.
Yeah.
And like we're like now like it's kind of shifting towards the pinko side of things. And I'm there like, okay, I agree with some of their shit, but like, come on, guys, let's like, okay, the fucking minimum wage raising that to $15. Why can't we come to a consensus? Why can't we raise it to like $10 or $12? Why does it have to be $15? Why do we have to pay people working at McDonald's $15, man?
Here's a question. Why don't we just raise the minimum wage to $100 and then everyone can be rich?
Exactly, yeah, it doesn't make sense, dude. Like, you can't. Okay.
Just saying.
Everyone's gonna if they raise it, they're gonna raise it to $15. I think that's such a despair. What is it now? 8 something?
I don't know.
Whatever, man. It's like 8 something now, right? So like they're gonna raise that shit all from 8 all the way to 15. That is going to fuck the economy so bad. Don't do that.
Why?
Raise
Why?
the shit.
Why?
Because guess what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? Explain it to me.
Because the corporations are gonna fucking send all the fucking extra costs down to the fucking consumer. They're gonna send it down to us, and who will suffer the most? The fucking poor people who always suffer. Don't raise to 15. Raise it to fucking 10.
What else happens to the currency after that happens?
The currency devalues
Why?
because of inflation, Matt.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like there's no
right.
reason
right.
to raise it to fucking $15 when you can raise it to something 10 and that like
And then
okay.
we'll just have an acceptable amount of getting fucked?
an acceptable amount of getting. Oh, well, what's your idea of the fucking minimum wage? What do you think the minimum wage should be? Or you think there
Zero.
should be zero? Really?
You know why? Because the government has no authority on contracts. It doesn't have the right to determine a contract. It has a right to enforce a contract once it has been signed. And a wage is a contract between an employer and an employee. And once what it does is it creates artificial market prices.
Okay.
So if like it creates artificial market prices because I don't know, I'm drunk. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, artificial market prices because I forgot. Fuck, I'm drunk.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, so
I need to quit drinking and go on rants.
Okay, so anybody who is kind of half on board with what Matt's saying, please look up Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff is fucking amazing. He was on
Fuck Peter Schiff.
No, do you know
Henry
who?
Hazlitt.
Okay, let me finish my fucking sentence. Peter Schiff was on Joe Rogan's podcast twice. He was the guy in the awesome suit in New York.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Okay,
the guy holding the sign
okay.
saying, "I'm the 1%. Ask me anything."
Yeah.
He also moved to Puerto Rico because of their awesome no corporate tax. Like he's the best person to hear about minimum wage. So don't say fuck Peter Schiff.
Minimum wage is a bad idea because but realistically, that's just an idea. It's idealistic because right now we are in a spot where our currency is already massively inflated, and the only way back from inflation is deflation.
Okay.
So in order to fix our economy and to fix our currency and fix all of the what I see as the baseline of all our problems as a country, we have to go through the Second Great Depression. And when we go to fix the Second Great Depression, the things we have to do is not reinflate the bubbles and get rid of the minimum wage. And we need to reevaluate all of our corporate regulations.
I'm sorry, the
And
first thing you said was not
regulations-
reinflate the bubbles.
The bubbles. Because what we have right now is not a real economy. The reason
And
the
how would you do
economy
that? How would you do that without government oversight?
How would you do what? Let the market fucking control it. This is what you need to do. You need to have common sense legislation.
Let the market control it so we have a third Great Depression and a fourth Great Depression and everything. You know why government exists? To prevent shit like that from happening ever again.
No, it doesn't. The government exists to protect you and your property from threats, foreign and domestic.
Yes, and the government also exists to prevent the fucking banks from taking over this fucking country.
No, it fucking doesn't.
No,
it doesn't because the banks have already taken over the goddamn country. Like, that's what the fucking Federal Reserve is. The United States doesn't even own its own money. The Federal Reserve does.
Hashtag end the Fed.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you people are fucking crazy, man.
It's the Federal Reserve, bro.
You libertarians, your fucking ideas, so help me God.
I know, we're such terrible people. We want it to be more free.
God forbid you keep your own shit. God forbid nobody takes anything from you. God forbid nobody bothers you. God fucking forbid it. Like, the problem is this. Anytime the government gives something out, they have to take it from somebody else first.
Yeah.
So step one of that raises massive moral questions, because who the fuck gets their shit taken? And then the next moral question, who the fuck's going to get their shit? And why did that guy get his shit taken and nobody else is going to get their shit taken?
Yeah.
Like, how fucked is that? And then the other implication is that, so like, we have a situation where we have now, where we have this income tax and everyone pays, quotation marks, their fair share, or whatever.
That's too much.
Now, because of that, tax dollars are spent on things and these social programs. And now the government gets to come in and tell you what you can and cannot do outside of what it should be doing.
Yeah.
Because now people's money are invested in it. Mm-hmm. And the more money they take from you, the more they come into your personal life, because they justify it through taxes, because, we're spending government money on this, which is not government money. It's people's money that they have taken from people. And I just think that's fucked up. God forbid, keep your own shit. Like, and I understand that's the perfect ideal, but I realize too, this is not our first day as a fucking society. We do need to have a standing military. We need a police force. We need trash pickup. We need sanitation. But at the same time, our regulations we need to go over and make sure that they're not barring market entry and eliminating competition through legislation.
More competitive, yeah, I was going to say.
We need to keep the markets competitive so that the market can do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think we should be regulating the market. Things like any kind of subsidy needs to get the fuck out. Nobody should be getting money. Fucking corn subsidies, welfare, all of it gone. No more fucking any of that shit. Fuck it.
Wow, you just managed to piss off pretty much the entire United States of America.
And
Boy,
they can all go suck a fat baby's
scorched
dick.
earth, Matt.
They were angry.
Suck a fat baby's dick.
Earth.
They were already angry, and they're already always looking for reasons to be angry.
That's because they're social justice warriors, bro.
Oh yeah, it's all their fault.
If they were real social justice warriors, they wouldn't be wanting to take shit from other people. That's justice.
They'd also stop crying. Please stop crying, social justice warriors. Please.
Whatever, Kavanaugh cried.
He did cry.
And this is
beyond.
We're gonna bring it back.
Let's go back to Kavanaugh.
Yeah,
let me say something about him. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Beyond
Let's
the
do
sexual,
it. Let's do it.
beyond the sexual assault allegations, whatever. The fact that guy went up there and started screaming and crying like that. That to me automatically disqualifies him from being a fucking Supreme
he is
Court,
not a good public
Supreme Court
speaker at
justice.
all.
He's a fucking idiot.
Look,
Beyond the assault allegation that happened 36 years ago, that happened as long as I've been alive. In 1982, that shit fucking happened. Okay, whatever. Like
whatever.
The fact that he goes up there,
overreacted.
and so of course he overreacted. He's a
Yeah, but anybody would have overreacted.
I would not have. No, not everybody would have.
Anybody would have overreacted, Paul. Anybody.
Anybody would have overreacted.
Think about it. He spent the last, his entire fucking life, adult life, serving, and then he gets nominated for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And the opposition goes from, we don't like you to, you're a fucking gang rapist. Like,
We skipped some steps.
Yeah.
And he should just lean into the mic in front of the Senate and said, "No, I'm not.
He
not
should
a
have
gang
said,
rapist.
hey, whatever."
These accusations are baseless." But he went all Kermit the Frog. He sounds like Kermit.
He said that first. He did say that first, though.
He said that Patrick Mayholm sounds like Kermit the Frog. Bullshit. Brett Kavanaugh, that fucker sounds like Kermit the fucking Frog. Bro.
Oh, he is
Dude,
not.
He sounds like Kermit.
He was not built for public speaking. Like that guy was.
No.
Like terrible.
It was
terrible.
so uncomfortable because that one
Yeah.
female senator asked him, like, "Have you ever blacked out drunk?" And he goes,
Have you?
Have you? Not once,
God,
not
dude.
twice, several fucking times. This is.
And I'm bringing this back. General Mattis, during his confirmation hearing.
Watch the whole thing.
God.
It's actually great.
I watched the whole thing. It was fucking phenomenal.
So it's like the way to do it then.
It was fucking phenomenal. You know what it was? His responses were beautiful. They tried to trigger him on everything, and he just had quick-witted responses for everything. Like
Elizabeth Warren asked him
Yeah.
about
gays in the military,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I don't care what soldiers or
What-
babies or
I don't care what two consenting adults do in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. That doesn't affect me."
Sure. Yeah.
And he just looked at her, and she was like,
Okay.
"Well, what do you think about gays in the military?" And he's like, "I just told you I don't care."
which was literally also some
Trying to get him. Yeah,
some
trying to
reporter
get him
tried to
down.
corner him on the Kaepernick thing, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I'm running our nation's defense. I
Yeah.
don't have a lot of time for what the NFL's doing."
Yeah.
Like,
Like it's like beneath them, kind of like.
and it should be.
Of course,
it should
it
be.
Yeah. Nothing to
But
do with that.
whatever. But well, like I said before, there was legitimate reasons to fight Kavanaugh with
Yeah.
that they could have won with,
Of course.
and they didn't fucking do it.
I was looking through like past decisions that he's made and
Oh,
like
yeah.
horrible shit. And I'm like, man, this is like so much more damning than a sexual assault allegation from 36 years ago, bro.
And he's-
they could use that.
And I'm like 99.9% sure he's legitimately not, impartial. He's a conservative.
Of course, he's a conservative judge, and he's going to have conservative fucking rulings.
Not just conservative. He is
Scalia,
Republican.
Scalia all
he's
over again,
Republican Party,
Yeah.
and he's all about big government.
Oh, and you know who's one of the people that pushed his fucking nomination and like helped fucking, I heard, abscond the FBI investigation? Fucking George W. Bush.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton, the fuck out of here.
No, I know. I heard about that.
Fucking
Clinton,
Bush.
Bush called
Bush called
what senator he called and it's like,
Collins?
oh, he's awesome.
Collins,
he's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
Collins, yeah.
he called
He's awesome.
Collins
Don't
for
worry
me.
about it. He's awesome. Because I guess he was on the short list for Bush, but
Yeah.
he was on everyone's short list, and then everyone else got nominated, and it was like, well, I guess we'll go to this guy next.
And even if you don't want to get like into the specifics of why you don't want to nominate him, if you just treat everything that has happened like a job interview, I wouldn't hire him.
Why not?
Because his hearing, he sucked. He fucking sucked it on that.
I don't care about his hearing. I really don't.
I do a little bit.
It's funny.
Because he knows the scenario. He knows what's going on. He should have kept himself in check.
Yeah.
While he was talking.
I was having lunch the other day, and there was a table of old ladies behind me, and they were talking about Kavanaugh, and
We all are.
yeah, we are, but they were talking really loudly, and there was one lady who was obviously an outspoken liberal, Democrat type, and she was going on and on about he's just not, Supreme Court material. He's just not, especially the way he handled himself, even if the allegations aren't true, which they obviously are, He just doesn't handle himself like a Supreme Court judge should.
Yeah.
And I was just like thinking in my head, I'm like, how many times were you fed that exact line off CNN?
4. I know her.
I'm just like, have you I just think like she obviously hasn't really thought about the situation at all. She just got fed the line from CNN.
No, she had that space in her brain.
Or does
oh my
she,
God,
whoa,
that'll fit.
Whoa. Wait just one goddamn second. Or she actually watched the hearing and, like most sensible people, came to the fucking conclusion that this guy is not fucking qualified for that job. You could just watch the interview. You don't think so? Okay.
No, not at all.
Sorry, I saw that guy and I was like, okay, this guy's a fucking piece of shit and he has no business fucking being Supreme Court justice.
I don't think that has anything to do with being a Supreme Court justice.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does now. Okay.
Whatever. I don't think it's a good thing.
We're gonna forget about him in 2 weeks. Is something else is gonna happen? We are.
No. In 2 weeks, Trump's gonna nominate somebody else for something else.
Oh,
and then there's gonna be a big fight over that.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be sexual allegations on that person.
Or do you know, boy, this whole sexual, like, I'm not dismissing sexual allegations at all.
I am.
You are, okay, because you guys are fucking insane.
Hashtag feminism.
Okay. Because you guys are fucking crazy. You'll dismiss sexual assault allegations.
Apparently,
Well, look,
I take sexual assault allegations very seriously.
I take sexual assault
Now-
allegations very seriously, and this is the problem. This is why I don't. This is why I think it's very suspicious for this one specifically. One,
the timing of it.
well, okay, ignore the timing. Ignore the timing.
and the fact that Feinstein had these allegations before he was nominated.
Ignore all that.
Yeah.
Ignore all that. This is what I find extremely suspicious, because there was suspicious political activity between her friends and other people they were trying to corroborate the story with, and then on top of that, and then they were trying to convince witnesses to change their testimony after they'd already testified to the FBI. And the other thing that bothered me is that the Senate Judiciary Committee has the ability to subpoena people.
Yeah,
they can do an interview.
Any one of them.
Anyone in the committee can do that. They have that authority. Instead of doing that, they were like, "Oh, we need another FBI investigation." Which the FBI is not magical. There was no physical evidence for that.
No, that's what I was wondering.
There wouldn't be.
There's no
Physical
What could the FBI do? People are like, people were excited. Liberals, they were excited. Like, oh yeah,
the FBI's going
to investigate. I was like, what the fuck is the FBI going to do?
It's literally going to be an inconclusive report that's based on interviews, which is all he said, she said shit.
Exactly.
Which, if that was the case, and the interviews are not subject to perjury, like the Senate Judiciary Committee could have subpoenaed people under, threat of perjury, which is fucking illegal, and they could be,
Well, they got
for.
what's her name? Hill, whatever. I'm thinking about Anita Hill from back in the day. What's
Anita
her name?
Hill.
The doctor, the woman that he
Ford,
Ford, her. They got her. She went up there and testified.
Yeah.
But like he was accused by like 2 other women or something.
Okay, so this is
and
you
those
ready
kind
for
of
the,
fell through.
Where are
yeah,
they?
They kind of fell through. You ready?
Okay.
You ready for these?
Yeah.
I looked into these. So, and the other part of the suspicious part about Ford is that she wrote a massive paper about memory recollection and implanting memories, and how you can perform self-hypnosis to...
Oh, you're going to get into the Alex Jones shit now, dude.
No, I'm not
Are you
getting,
kidding me, dude?
I'm not getting
Okay.
Alex Jones. This is legitimate. She performed self-hypnosis. She wrote a paper on it. I literally read the paper. And she talked about how she remembered things she had forgotten and things like that. But there was a counter paper that was written about how, that she was also involved with, about how doing that can fracture memories and create new ones and things. But and I'm not doubting that something terrible happened to her. But, you know, given there's no corroborative evidence for the story she gave, maybe it's not what she remembers.
Yeah.
And given that, it's
the
like,
burden of
fuck,
proof,
I don't remember what we said 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Let alone fucking 10 years. Fuck.
The burden.
And she may. And she
Well,
may,
that's something.
And-
Being like sexually like assaulted in the manner in which she described, that's something that you would remember. I mean,
You would think. You would hope so.
you would hope so. Yeah.
You would hope so. But that's not the case, though,
because
because
And maybe-
like, legitimately, people are stupid.
people, some
People
people
are-
All of us are fucking stupid and
and-
unreliable.
and
That's the bottom
inconsistent.
line. That's the bottom line of it. We're all stupid and inconsistent and unreliable. That's it.
I mean, if you ever want have a really good time, type in, just Google hypnosis and false memories. Do that. Do that.
Here's
So,
like a like
the third chick. I don't know what happened with the second chick. But I know the third chick had a massive history of claiming sexual assault allegations, usually directly right after she was fired from a place of employment.
one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
maybe
She
something
can go.
happened. Maybe she made something happen. Maybe whatever. I don't believe what she says.
It's so like despicable to commit
It
sexual
just-
assault,
and
and
it
at the
just-
same time, it's also so despicable.
No, it
to,
is
like,
extremely
fake-
despicable. And if
To fake sexual assault and like
And if-
to feign
if
that shit
Ford-
is so fucking bad. That's Boy Who Cried Wolf shit, man.
if Ford's story is true, I think it is a massive fucking disgrace that nobody will. The witnesses that she claimed were there aren't being honest. That's a goddamn shame. But even if they were, that's not going to be a case enough for him not to go to the Supreme Court.
But now, like,
No, it's not.
let's go back. Okay. Do you think like this is gonna set a precedent with like men and even women also sexually assault people too? I'm not just saying it's just men, but like for people to sexually assault people, this has become something. This Me Too movement, it's in the national fucking spectrum. And like now this has hit fucking the Supreme Court, government, all that shit. Can this happen less now?
Men
What?
cannot be
Sexual assault. Can this happen less now? Look at
men
this.
can only be sexually assaulted by another man. You know why?
Why?
You can't rape the fucking willing.
And
Jesus Christ, dude.
Paul, actually, sexual assault has been on the decline for decades. Like,
I would certainly hope so. But
Wait,
a lot
how
of
do
this
you
shit's
th- how do you
coming.
think-
A
how
lot
do
of
you
this
think
shit's
we got-
coming out like from the 80s and shit.
How do you
like
think we got
that,
the 7 billion people on this fucking planet? Fucking rape.
Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan.
yeah.
Fucking conquerors,
There we
fucking
go.
rape and pillage, man.
Attila,
That's how-
Attila the Hun.
yeah,
all
that's how we got the fucking 7 billion people.
Yeah.
The fact that rape doesn't happen every fucking 2 seconds, the fact that the rape is not, I don't know, the number one crime committed in the United States is amazing.
Well, and I wish we like took it
Can't
all.
argue with that, man.
I wish we all took it all in context, because right now, today, more people on this planet agree rape is wrong than
Than
any
ever-
point,
than any point, yeah.
ever.
Yeah, at any point in history.
But
yeah.
here's the okay. So I'm gonna get personal. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Here's why I don't believe all women, and I don't not believe all women. It's because the moment like Ford came out, and they're like, oh, why would she come out and subject herself to all this? I don't know, but I have been through weird shit where you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a moment to think. Matt, I told you the story.
Tell
Okay.
away.
Okay.
You gotta tell it. It's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
It's good.
So this,
anything that takes away the fact that I said the N word, like,
why
make me look good.
maybe you should not do throwbacks, Paul.
What's the N word, Paul?
I'm not saying it again.
That's what I thought.
I'll give it once per show. I'll say it.
Jesus. I think. Well, I mean, we're not really held responsible to anybody but ourselves, but
Yeah. That's
that's a lot more than I would expect.
Really, don't take me out of context. So, like,
Oh no! I'm pulling that out. I'm pulling that 2 second that 2 millisecond clip of you saying that word. I'm putting it in the intro song.
He's not. He doesn't make
look,
the intro
you know
song.
what? I
You're
don't give a
fine.
shit, dude.
Joey,
I'm
help
not going.
me.
I'm not going up for Supreme Court, so I'm good, dude. Whatever. I'm just some schmuck.
All right, Krebs, let's
Okay.
hear the story.
Yeah.
All
What's the
right.
story?
All right. So there's a girl that I went to high school with. I won't say her name because it'd be really too fucking easy to find her on Facebook. But she's hot as fuck in high school, and I assume still is, and was when I saw her. But I think it's before I went to Iraq. So it's before 2010. We were like Facebook friends. We talked back and forth. She lived in Spain for a number of years, and then like came back in town, and for whatever reason she wanted to hang out with me. And she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah." Parentheses. Yeah, you're fucking hot. Yeah, I want to hang out with you. I would love to make up for that, thing that didn't happen in high school that I so wanted to. So we went out a couple times, and the last time we went out, she proceeds to get drunk as fuck, and we were at Boogie's, because I'll never forget it. We're at Boogie's. I'm
Fucking boogies.
I'm driving, so I'm drinking fairly conservatively, which means that I'm pounding him apparently if I'm doing a Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm drinking sparingly, whatever. And she is fucking pounding drinks. I mean, pounding drinks.
Have you ever drunk to blackout?
You gotta ask drunk Krebs.
Okay.
And I'm not quite there yet. But
I've never been blackout drunk, never.
it's I'm Irish.
You haven't lived.
I think you actually do need to be a
I've been
little
close.
bit Irish to do that.
Yeah, I've been close. I'm 1/8 Irish.
Are you
I've
really?
Been, yeah. I've been close to
We
it,
need
but
to
I've
talk
never
more.
like fucking. I've woken up in a pool of my own vomit in the bed.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's like the extent of my drunken.
Okay. So
Anyways,
all right. So I'm with this girl. The last time we hung out, we're at Boogie. She's pounding drinks, and then she's like going. She was one of those drunks where she gets like weirdly personal. It's like, hi, I haven't seen you in 10 years, but you want to tell me that you had an abortion in Spain, and you got your teeth done because they've got pretty decent socialized medicine. And then out of nowhere, she goes, "No man has ever fucked me in the ass. No man can claim that trophy." I'm just sitting there like, can I go home like now? And I think she might have made out with the bartender. The only reason I think this is because I went to the bathroom and came back, and the bartender was like, "Sorry, dude," and like hands me a beer. I'm like, "Okay, thank you. I don't know why you gave me this. This is not a date. We're just hanging out. I'm just speculating." So finally, she's like, "Yeah, I want to go home." All right, fine. So driving back, and she keeps rubbing my thigh and like bumping into my dick. Just keep it. It's obviously very suggestive and like never says anything specifically. "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you," whatever. But just it's clear that like sex is on her drunk mind. So I get back to her house, and I'm just not that drunk. I've pretty much sobered up. I'm like, there's nothing I want to do right now with you because you're just that drunk. It's not gonna be fun for me, and you're not gonna remember. Foreshadowing. So I get her back to her like her parents' place, because she literally just gotten back from Spain. So get her back to her parents' place. She cannot figure out how to open the door of my '06 Volkswagen Jetta. Mind you, she had one of these, so she can't figure out how to open the fucking door. She's like opening and closing the window, opening, unlocking, locking the car. I'm like, fuck it. So I come around, and I'm like, no, I'll help her. So I open the door, and she spills, and I mean, she literally became liquid and spilled onto the fucking grass. I'm like, okay. So I help her up. I get her to the door. She's like reaching in. She's got her keys. I'm like, all right, we're good. I can leave now. I get in the car, and I'm looking at her. All right, so I'll wait till she actually gets inside. And I see her like sort of punching forward, and I can't figure out why. So I get out and I look. She's trying to fucking jam her car key into the fucking door lock, like, and she can't figure out why it doesn't fit. So I politely grab the keys and I figure out the right key. Open the door. I push her inside. I get back to my car. I'm about to leave, but the door's still open. I'm like, all right, let me wait till the door closes. So I wait. She comes back out and like stares at me like hard, and like beckons me inside, like come inside. And I'm not sure if it's like serious or what or what's happening. She's like, come inside. I'm like, all right. So I have to come inside. So I come inside. I sort of like follow her, and I go, "Where's your bed?" Because I just want to like get her to bed. I just want to be done with this night. This is her parents' house. They're on the other side of other side of the house. I know other adults are here. I don't want to be here anymore. Okay. So she goes, just vaguely points to a direction. So I bring her to that direction. She goes inside. Before she closes the door, she flips the light on, and I realize it's the bathroom. I'm like, all right, fuck. So I'm still gonna have to be here because I don't want her to fucking Hendrix. So
verb, Hendrix.
A Hendrix. That's a thing now.
So I wait. Oh, it's been a bit of thing since when he died, 60, 70 something? Yeah. So I'm waiting there. And I finally, after I don't even know how long it was, she finally comes out of the bathroom and like fucking pulls me onto the couch in the living room. In my mind, I'm going, your parents are right there. Why are you pulling me here? I want to go home now. It's just so awkward, but I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. So we kind of flew around the couch for like literally 5 minutes. Well, I'm still kind of trying to back up, and she's digging nails in my back, like pulling me back onto her. Finally, I don't remember how or when, but I finagle my way out. I get out, I go outside, I get in my car, I go home. Next day, I text her, just to see how she's okay, everything happened. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay. I'm a little hungover. She goes, do we have sex? I went, no, of course not. She goes, oh, good. Because that would have been rape.
What?
Thank you. I said, lose my fucking number.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm not going to say who, but Matt, you know who. I told the story to our mutual friend. He goes, wow, if that had been me and I actually fucked her. No, actually, he gave me props for not sleeping with her. He goes, because I would have. But if she had come at me with that accusation, I would have buried her and committed 2 felonies because I'm not going to jail for that shit.
Yeah. She was drunk. She fucking came on to you.
Hard.
I don't care if she's drunk or not, dude. If she's fucking coming on to you and rubbing against your dick and shit, and you fuck her, that's not fucking rape. That's her saying, fuck me, I'm drunk.
Well, all I'm saying is, any other time you're drunk, you're responsible for yourself. If you fucking drunk and driving, guess what? It's your fucking fault.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Stupid.
Yeah, no, your fucking fault. That's free market, baby.
That is free market.
And oh, that's kind of fucked
Very
up.
free market. It's fucked up, but it's fucking true. It's okay.
I'm sorry you sold low.
Oh, God, yeah. I never thought I'd get you to agree to anything free market. You just threw me off, man.
So, Paul, you're gay, right?
So I'm what?
So you're gay, right?
No.
You're not?
I'm doing
Oh.
a throwback to the early thing about your gay thing.
No, I'm not
No, I'm
gay.
just fucking with it. No, I know.
What are you looking at, Paul?
The wall and everything you have written on it. There's like songs on there and Born to Kill from Full Metal Jacket and like a bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
Has that bunny rabbit always been there?
Yeah, that's been there for
I didn't notice it till we walked in today for some reason.
Really? It's been there forever.
Okay.
In my old band, this is where, next to the bunny rabbit on the wall is where the drummer sat, and the drummer drew the bunny rabbit on the wall.
I made out with this girl one time and she told me, she goes, you know what? Up until this moment, I always thought you were gay.
What?
Yeah, like some I forgot, it was years ago. She goes, oh my God, I thought you were gay, man. Like,
Did
I
you
was
grab her
like,
by the
"No."
pussy?
Huh? No, I did not. Did I? I might have. I don't know.
I don't know. Kavanaugh yourself. Look back.
Let me look back 36 years ago and see what I did. Yeah, I don't remember half the shit I fucking did.
I don't either. Shit, like I said, I don't even remember
Dude.
fucking 20 minutes ago.
I can't even say what I've done and not done because like there's been times in my life where I've never been blackout drunk, but I've been like fucked up, and like I am fucking no. But nobody's accused me of anything, so I guess that's good.
So
Knock on wood.
you've never been like really, really blackout?
Like to the point where I'm drinking and I just pass out drunk?
No, like you don't remember like hours on end.
Okay, the
Yes, I have. Like I've had forget, kind of like I've been so drunk that I forget what happened and people tell me what happened. Yeah, that's happened before.
Like
that's
like,
blackout.
I've
Is
done
that
some-
blackout?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got engaged while I was blacked out.
What?
Yeah.
I've seen you do shit that I had to tell you the next day, and you went, "Oh yeah, really? Cool." Like, yeah.
But apparently, drunk out Matt is semi-reliable.
Really?
You're pretty much the same, which is why I.
Yeah. You're not that bad drunk. Yeah, like
'Cause
I'm
I
pretty much
asked
the
you.
same, like
Because
sober
I
to
asked
drunk.
you. I asked you, like, do you
I
remember
just
this?
slur
You're like,
more.
no. Well, I asked you, like, do you remember this? Like, no, because it was weird to me. Because watching you, being an outside person, watching you, you were exactly the same.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember like well, did you get drunk the night of Jason's bachelor party?
Yes.
You were
hope
pretty
so.
you were pretty trashy.
I was
we all
ripped
were.
that night. I definitely blacked out towards the end.
See, I wasn't drunk. I was high as shit, dude. And like we had the fucking, like it was me. I was the only one that ate those fucking brownies, dude, and everyone else was just fucking drinking.
Yeah.
So like I was there, like, oh my God, I'm here with a bunch of fucking drunk people on fucking Hollywood Beach. I'm fucking like ripped like a motherfucker, dude.
And I got like 80 fucking pictures from that night, and I only have one question: what happened to that sex doll?
The pleasures. The fucking pleasures, dude. The pleasures. Oh my
What
God.
happened to that doll? Did it die? Did you leave it somewhere?
Dude, that doll should be bronzed, man.
I think it wound up in the trash after it got deflated.
Dude, do you remember? Like, I'm having
they
like
all?
memories now, like from that night. Do you remember that woman that was next to us in the hotel?
Wait,
That
there was pot brownies there?
yeah, man.
Jesus, I was drunk.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's pop. I was the only one who fucking ate them.
I didn't even
dude.
know they existed there.
Yeah, there's pop brownies there. I fucking ate them, and I was like, the room started spitting, and I was like, oh my God. And we started like walking up and down Hollywood Beach and shit.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
Yeah.
fun.
And I actually went home that night. Like, you all stayed there. I fucking went home.
You know what the funniest part about that night was? Sorry, Jason, if Giselle's listening. So
she doesn't listen.
she might.
She
Now that Paul's on, she might listen to this one.
He was on second.
It was so funny because okay, so for the bachelor party, he absolutely was super fucking adamant. No strippers.
Who was Paul?
Jason.
Oh.
Me?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
care.
no. Beforehand,
Strippers don't bother me.
he was very, very fucking adamant about no strippers, and we were like, really? Like, all right, whatever. We'll do a gay bachelor party. That's fine. Like, but I remember like Daniel was in charge of it, or he was supposed to be because he was the best man.
Which Daniel? Poof?
Papa Costa. Yeah.
Poof? Okay.
So like, but you know we've all known each other forever, so we were all shooting ideas out and like where we could go, what we could do, and I found a bachelor package for the Seminole Hard Rock.
Okay.
That was going to be a pretty cool deal. I was like, oh, that's cool. We can hang out there. There's a bunch of places to go. But they just started what I didn't realize is they had just started construction on that fucking guitar hotel.
The guitar, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they shut down all the bars and everything there.
Yes, when I went there, when I went to meet up with you guys there before the Hollywood Beach thing, I had to walk through like a construction site, bro.
Yeah, so there was nothing there besides the bars that were inside the casino.
Exactly, yeah.
And the poker room. Everything else is closed. So I was like, yeah, we're not buying that. Fuck that. So we found a hotel on Hollywood Beach that was fairly close to the Hard Rock. So we started off the day. We went to the Hard Rock, did our thing. Then we went over to the Hollywood Beach, kept drinking, and got the hotel room. And we were literally staying like on the sand. It was nice. And we were just walked up and down the beach and we're drinking and hanging out. So, and we all threw down some cash when we were at the Hard Rock. And he went to the poker room. I think he played poker for like 3 or 4 hours or something.
That's before I got there. Yeah.
Who, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he joined some tournament because we all threw down for him to go play.
I think I got a text message. They just gave me a bunch of cash. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, like we all threw in some cash and he went and did that, and then we all went about, drinking and doing whatever. And that's when I actually learned how to play craps from Mike Lowry.
Oh, yeah.
Night. Yeah. And I actually won a bunch of money that night, helped pay for the later evening's events because we get to the beach and that's pretty much all we had planned. So we're just walking up and down, bar hopping on fucking Hollywood Beach, and it's getting late and we're hanging out. And Jason's kind of drunk. He looks over. He's like, I can't wait to see what you guys got planned later in the rooms. And we're like, and me and Daniel kind of look at each other like, we kind of stop and like the rest of the group keeps walking. We kind of slow down and we're like, I think he wants strippers. And he's like, I don't know, man. I was like, I think that's what he's implying. I think he wants strippers. And he's like, I think he wants strippers. And I remember,
so what happened?
I remember I grabbed Nick Brown. I was like, hey, bro, we're getting strippers. And he's like, good.
The most Nick Brown thing ever.
You said good, but in my head, I heard it in Nick Brown's voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah. So then, I don't know who else was making phone calls. I know I was making phone calls, so I started calling like around like stripper deliveries, and I finally get a hold of one that could pull it off that night.
The free market.
Yeah, man. I found one that could pull it off that night, and then like an hour and a half later, they were there. Yeah, good time.
They had like scars and shit.
No, did they? I don't know. I was drunk. I don't remember.
See, I wasn't. I was high, so I saw everything.
I just remember that before I did it, I called my wife and was like, "Hey, I'm about to spend this much money.
It's so
it's going to strippers. Don't be afraid." And she was like, "What?" I'm like, "People are gonna give me cash later. Don't worry about it."
It was so awkward. They were like Venezuelan and shit.
Were they? I don't know.
Yeah, man. And one of them was like, oh,
I just remember one was
music?
blonde, one was dark hair.
You have music. They could barely speak English, so I had to translate most of it, dude. They're like, you have music? Tiene música? Tiene música? And I was like, yeah. She goes, like, what should I play? And she's like, I don't know, like, ¿tú conoces Rammstein? And I was like,
they know Rammstein.
I was fucking floored, dude. I was like, yeah, I know Rammstein. I was like, wow, we just made a connection. Okay, Rammstein, yes. I was like, so I'm assuming you want to hear Du Hast? Yeah, the Rammstein Du Hast. So these strippers are grinding on me, Jason, all everyone else in that fucking room. It's a fucking Rammstein Du Hast being blasted from my fucking phone, dude. Like, it was and everyone's drunk. I'm high as shit, man. I'm like, oh my God, this is such an awkward fucking situation. And like, Jason was there, like, he kept looking at me. Like Jason, he just kept like they were grinding on him, and he kept fucking looking at me, and I was like, "Don't look at me, dudes! Don't look at me, man! Stop looking at me!"
I can't get a boner if you're looking at me.
That's what he said afterwards. Like afterwards, because I kept looking at them. I was looking at them because they were on top of him. I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at them, and I was they're attractive women. They're fucking hot. So I'm gonna look at them. And he comes out like after they leave. He's like, "Paul, bro." He goes, "Man, he goes, I wish you guys would like fucking left the room." And I was like, "Yeah, man, because like we were all in there, dude." I couldn't enjoy it, man, because everybody was like in the room with me, man. He goes, I can't have strippers like grinding on me with all my friends are sitting there looking at me and shit. I was like, yeah, I know how it feels, dude. Yeah. Plus all you motherfuckers probably had whiskey dick to fucking begin with, so yeah. Shit.
I just know. I think shortly after the stripper showed up, me and Mike Lowry wound up going down and walking the strip and drinking more.
You guys, I remember you and Lowry disappeared for a while. There was a while where we didn't even see you guys.
I wound up playing wingman with Lowry, but apparently I was really bad at it.
Mm-hmm. That's not your usual.
Well,
Usually pretty good at it. I've gotten lately.
Who was the one that got into a fight in the bar with the fucking stolen valor guy?
Oh, that was
like at the end of the night.
That was Nick Brown.
Go on.
Nick Brown. Yeah.
Wait, stolen valor.
Stolen valor guy.
No,
at the
I
bar.
want all of this.
I was already passed out drunk in the hotel room.
Yeah, you were out of the picture.
Out.
Yeah, you were out.
I was out. I heard about this in the morning, but I was not there for this. Apparently, there was some dude at the bar claiming to be a Marine, and Nick Brown challenged his claim.
Yes.
And the guy ran about some bullshit, and Nick Brown's like, "Fuck you, my friend's a Marine. You're a piece of shit liar."
Yeah.
Fuck
I was
you.
like, oh god,
Like,
there's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a
True
fight.
Nick Brown mode.
Yeah.
And,
do we know if he was right? Like, I assume he was right, but
no, Nick was right. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, I heard from other sources that were there that there was a police officer involved.
Yes.
And that the cop actually talked to the guy.
The cop talked to the guy. Yeah.
And the cop was military.
Yes.
okay.
And the cop's like, he's no fucking Marine.
The cop came up to us and told us that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we were like, that cop was cool shit. Like we were talking to the guy, and we're like, dude, it's my friend's bachelor party. Like, is there any possible way, dude, that we could like get you to put him in handcuffs, take a picture of it, and send it to his fiance? He's like, well, I can't do that, bro. We wanted to do that. Like we were telling the guy, dude, is there any way, man? Just put him in handcuffs. We take a picture of you like leading him away, and that's it. You know, he goes, I can't do that, man.
I'll bet you he gets that request 3 times a week.
Yeah, dude, if his beat is Hollywood Beach, dude, yeah, like 3 times a week he gets that fucking request, bro, for sure.
Because if I were a cop, I would come off duty and just offer that.
Free market, baby.
Yeah,
Free market.
$10.
Oh my god.
That's the highest I've ever been around a fucking cop.
I think this is the longest we've talked, and we haven't mentioned Star Trek.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
god.
no.
Oh god. Oh
No,
god.
Has Star Trek ever been mentioned on this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
I actually wore my Star Trek t-shirt.
Yeah, you are.
Today.
You're wearing the Starfleet insignia.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I actually wore my Star Trek shirt today because you were coming.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, and I told him about your idea for a Star Trek series. He called it Anthology. I think we called it Legends. Do you remember?
Yes.
It was
Well, you could call it Legends, but it's an anthology type.
Yeah,
story.
it's the same thing. But it was a great fucking idea. I remember. I don't know if you were drunk or sober. It didn't matter. You just were like, who do I need to talk to about this? I don't know. I wish I had their number because it was a great fucking idea because it was like every episode was like a different point in time, and like. As an added bonus, every episode could be shot differently. It could be animated. It could be like live action. It would be different every single way.
Every episode, like you would never have the same characters reappear. Like, well, maybe from season to season you could have a reappearance because it was a correlating storyline or something. But each episode would be individual.
So you're saying anthology by episode or anthology by season?
By episode.
Oh boy, see that's hard to produce then.
By episode.
You could, I mean, that's Black Mirror and Twilight Zone shit. Like you could do that. But
that would be
that's hard to
all about the
produce.
pre-planning.
All about the pre-planning, but it would have to be like we would have to go back through everything. So like, you know, you find an episode where Cisco bumped into somebody on DS9 and it like made that guy's day, and then you do a whole episode about that and how it affected the war or something.
Yeah.
And then, you know, same thing for Voyager or whatever.
And then next episode, maybe you do like fucking, I don't know.
Like behind the scenes stories that you never saw.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, like more stories from like Kirk and in the Academy. I know there's a lot more like Kirk Academy stories we've never fucking heard.
Yeah. And there's so many like books
you just
they
hear
can
about
source so
the
much shit.
Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
That's all we know about Kirk is the
Exactly.
Kobayashi Maru as far as his Academy days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant fucking idea. That's something they should do, and of course they won't do it. So this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna continue with Star Trek Discovery. Now, my problem with Star Trek Discovery, the show itself is good. It's that this is when it takes place. It takes place 10 years before the original series. Star Trek keeps going back. Star Trek needs to go forward.
Agreed.
Star Trek needs to go forward, and now they are going forward. But
So like Mad Max Star Trek?
now they're going 20 years after Nemesis, which is what we wanted. However, I also have a problem with the way they're doing this. It's going to be about Picard. And it's going to have Patrick Stewart. Don't get me wrong. I love Picard. I love Patrick Stewart. It'd be great to see him again.
He's also
God almighty. Can't we have like a new fucking crew, like a new story that takes place 20 years after Nemesis without like having the Picard there and, you know, like...
This is, you're ready? So this is my thought.
Like, do we need him again? Like, or do we need to like go back to that? I don't know.
he's he's immortal though. You can't
I
not
love
have
Picard. I
him.
love Next I love Picard, bro.
And
but,
he's
like,
never gonna die, so you
so
can't
it's
not
just,
have
like
him.
Star Trek. Let's
Well,
move on, bro.
McAvoy
Okay.
volunteered to do any flashbacks
I saw
for him,
that.
which
Yeah,
I thought was
that's
hilarious.
amazing, dude. Fucking Professor X, man. Yeah.
All right, so this is my other thought for a future show for Star Trek.
Okay.
I remember we talked about it before, and you gave me the idea about you want Starfleet in shambles, and
Yes.
Starfleet doesn't have to be in shambles. So this is my thought: you have Starfleet become something that it claims to not be. Right? Have Starfleet become evil, but they still banter around as no, we're peaceful,
Yeah.
just like the U.S. is now.
Yeah.
So, you know, and
Exactly.
No, seriously.
That point would actually be funnier if you didn't say it because it's
No,
very,
it'd be
like-
it's very subtextual.
It'd be like
Well, because if you think
it'd be
about
like
it-
the mirror universe, but not kind of like.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, like the original series was based off the Cold War, and Starfleet was supposed to be America,
Yeah.
and the Klingons are supposed to be the Russians.
and Chekhov was the balance.
Yeah, and that's how the show wrote itself at that point,
Yes.
or the concept of it. So you could do the same thing with the political climate now, and then you could have the main captain be a freedom fighter who believes in the core values of Starfleet, and have him be at odds with the superiors and the evils inside of Starfleet, and still exploring the galaxy while fighting the internal struggle. And maybe he changes things and fixes it or whatever.
How about we make the main captain an alien? That hasn't been done yet.
What? Because there's what? What do you fucking? No.
What do you mean?
No,
What
no.
do you-
Aliens can't be captains.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Worf Spock was a captain.
I'm sorry.
Barely.
Did you
Barely.
not see Worf have his own ship?
Nobody
And-
cares.
The Defiant.
Worf cares. I
Did he
care.
Did he get his own show? No.
No,
You know, you should
make
no.
the
They
captain-
pawned
No,
they
no.
pawned him off to
Alien, bro.
DS9 because their ratings were so fucking low.
In fact, let me go even. Let me
Because
go, let me go
DS9
even
was
further than
basically
that.
Cheers in
I don't.
space.
Nobody
They need to
wants
start-
to watch
they
an
need-
alien captain.
The Romulans.
the only alien-
Romulus has been destroyed, and they need to make Romulans a huge part of the show as refugees.
Ooh.
And I want Romulans going in the Starfleet Academy, and I want the Romulans being discriminated against. I want all this shit. They need to take like the current topics and shit and throw them in. I want the sexual assault in Star Trek now, like all that
Sexual
shit.
assault?
Yeah, because remember, in the future, these people are perfect, and none of that shit ever happens, right?
Not in Star
Bullshit.
Trek, bro.
Not in Star Trek. Bullshit. Humans are always gonna be human beings, and people are always gonna be doing stupid shit like that. And like Star Trek needs to address like fucking issues like that.
So hashtag Muslims are run-ins? Is that what they? Is that what we're going with this?
Yeah.
like,
Muslims are
Muslims are Romulans. Romulans are Muslims. Yeah, like
Okay.
just refugees. Like Romulus
Okay.
has been destroyed, and these people are like fanning out across. Like the people who did survive, Romulus being destroyed. There's very few of them left, I'm sure. But like,
Yeah.
they need to like have like something like that. And make the captain not like a human being. The captain.
Why
has
does he have to
an
not be a
alien.
human being?
Because it's always a human being, man. It's just,
You know
let's, like,
why
move
he's
on,
a
dude.
human being?
Because
You know why?
Because
He
Starfleet
or
was started
she.
on Earth.
Because it's fucking relatable.
It is relatable. I know it's us, but
And
there
then
could
you
be
always
people-
have the first officer or that person inside of the briefing room.
Yeah,
Who's
the crew.
The crew
Who's an alien?
who's an alien.
or
And they're close with the captain. They give their input.
or half
Yeah.
and half.
Or half. Yeah. Like
Like,
every
Let's
season.
change. Let's change that, bro. Let's move on from that shit.
No, it's a good TV factor.
You don't think?
Because
we-
do you give a I mean, how relatable is it going to be if you have a fucking a Vulcan captain? How
We-
No, I
relatable-
don't want a Vulcan captain. That'd be boring as shit, dude.
Exactly.
We gave
I'm
you
not saying Vulcan.
we
No,
gave
no.
you a black Vulcan Voyager. What more do you want?
Ooh.
He's a fucking
He
unicorn.
was such a boring character.
I love Tuvar.
You know, so I met that actor. I met Tim Russ in real life, and like I was so happy. He's one of my favorite Star Trek actors I've ever met. I've met so many. Like the reason why is that the way like I interacted with that guy, he is exactly like that. He didn't show any emotion, nothing. Like everything was just pure business. Yeah, you signed the autograph with me, said like thank you, like whatever. Like it was Tuvok. I was like, oh my god, like that's like the only Star Trek actor I've met that was like exactly like the fucking character, bro. It was fucking amazing, man.
Was he high? Were you high? Were you both high?
I wasn't. He probably was. I had the guy from.
That's how you get
Okay,
these
you wanna talk-
signings.
dude, Avery Brooks, the guy who played Cisco, was fucking blitzed, bro. That guy was up there blitzed, telling jokes and shit. Like my brother, when he went up to meet like Avery Brooks and like have him sign something, my brother brought a baseball for him to sign. And like in DS9, baseball is a huge part of that show. Like Cisco loved baseball. He always had the ball in his desk in his office in DS9. So my brother like brought like a fucking baseball to the guy to sign. Like the guy grabs the baseball, he goes to sign it. So he signs his name Avery. It took him that long to realize that he was actually signing a fucking baseball. He looks at the baseball, he looks at my brother, he's like, yeah. Brooks. Jolene Blaylock, like the highest one I've ever seen up there. Like you gotta understand, like these people, they're actors. So they're acting in front of like the people on the set, whatever. They're not used to talking in front of large crowds. It's a difference for these people, whatever. Like,
But they do it a lot, though.
they do it a lot because of these conventions. But Jolene Blaylock
Because
was up
it's
there.
Star Trek. That's part of the deal. You could do Star Trek movie. Guess what? You're doing conventions.
You're doing convention. Yeah, you have to pretty much. Yeah, Blaylock she played T'Pol the Vulcan in Enterprise, and this was like I want to say like a month after Enterprise actually ended, and she went up there. And she was like, first of all, I would like to apologize for the last episode of Enterprise. everybody was like, yeah! Because I don't know if there's any Trekkies out there. Like, that episode was the biggest piece of shit ever put to fucking screen.
Is that where it was the like multiple timeline versions?
Well, it was pretty much like they were running like the NX-01's final mission on the holodeck of the Next Generation and shit. So you had like a fat Riker and like a fat old Riker because Jonathan Frakes is like old and fat now. I'm sorry, I love you, Jonathan Frakes, but yeah, like, and they had Marina Sirtis, Troy, and like, but like they had them in Next Generation time on the Enterprise D, reliving the Enterprise NX-01's final mission. It was fucking stupid, and like people died in the episode for no reason and blah blah blah. I don't even think about it, but like it was a horrible episode. Nobody liked it. The crew of Enterprise didn't like it because like it wasn't really about them. It was about the Next Generation crew. It was so fucking stupid, and like the first thing she went up there. Craps. Beer.
Beer. What about
you?
Yes, beer.
Yes, beer.
Yes, beer.
So she said that. And then, like, her eyes were so bloodshot. Like, she goes, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a mind stream. Or, like, a mind stream. We're like, what the fuck's a mind? There's, like, literally, like, 300 of us in this, like, ballroom at the convention. And she goes, everyone, like, put your like, head down, close your eyes, and just think, like, positive thoughts. To clear your mind of like all negative thoughts. This is at a fucking Star Trek convention, dude. Like, So like people like the Trekkies are so like, I don't know. They're such like I hate to say it, like nerds kind of.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, whoa, yeah. What she says we're gonna do. So everyone puts their heads down and does it. Everyone except for the fucking Miami people. Me and my friends that went. This is in Orlando. Like we're all just looking at each other like. What the fuck? And you see like 300 people with their fucking heads down, like having a mind stream, and we're looking at each other like, oh my god, this bitch is high as fuck, dude. She was so nice, bro. She was awesome. That woman shook hands with every fucking greasy nerd. She shook hands with everybody, bro.
I told you I went to a convention, right?
You went to a convention?
I went to a convention dressed as a Klingon.
Oh my, dude, do you have pictures of that?
No,
I would love to see
I was
that.
like 9 years old.
Oh, 9 years old. Okay.
Yeah, I went to a convention before it was fucking cool.
Before it was cool, yeah.
Way before it was fucking
Yeah,
cool.
so was I. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not before. Okay, I went to a Star Trek convention before cons were cool.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
now
yeah.
there's no more Star Trek conventions except for like the official one in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Now there's just cons for everything with Star Trek people in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we have one coming now in November.
Cons are cool now.
Cons are cool now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me? Like. There's one with William Shatner coming now in November at the fucking airport
really?
center. Yeah, man. I met William Shatner. He's a fucking dick.
The one I went to had Sulu George.
I love George Takei.
George Takei. Yeah.
So nice, dude. George Takei is a
he was there, and then the dude that played Worf was there.
Michael Dorn.
Michael Dorn,
I haven't
yeah,
met him.
Yeah, I didn't get. I think I met George Takei. I definitely didn't meet Worf. But
George Takei, like, dude, like we're talking like the gay, like he's gay, but George Takei is a fucking man, dude. Like George Takei, man, like that guy's the fucking man, bro. The nicest fucking dude. Like, you shake his hand and everything. Like, you know how I could like determine like a gay person?
Wait, what?
You know how to determine somebody's gay?
How do I determine somebody's gay?
Yeah, how do you do it?
If they bang another dude in the ass.
Okay, besides that, you have to witness them banging another dude in the ass. You're not gonna witness that.
I mean, generally, if their dick tastes like shit.
Okay, other than sucking their, unless you want to suck the guy's dick, Matt. Okay. Shake,
I don't know.
Shake their hand.
Look, that does not define gay or straight.
Let me tell you something, dude. Shake their hand.
That does not define gay or straight.
I will shake people's hands always. And let me tell you, nine
I'm all about
times
some
out of 10,
handshakes, but
9 times out of 10, if you shake a gay person's hand, it's like, I want to say limp-wristed, but it's a very, very weak handshake. And this is me shaking people's hands. I already know that they're gay. I already know they're gay. I do it every time. Every time I meet a gay person, I shake their hand. I'm like, I want to see. And I've been proven correct 9 out of 10 times. And guess what the one time? Guess what the one time was? You think it's a reliable? I think it's a reliable test.
No, not at all.
Because you know what the one time I was like, okay, George Takei. I shook George Takei's hand and he shook it like a man, like boom, like force. Yeah, what's up, bro? Nice to meet you, man. Like that. Yeah.
I don't think that's a reliable test.
Do you think that's reliable? So
No.
so what's your test? Like the way they act, like they're effeminate or something, like
No, because there could be, there's a whole spectrum of shit now, bro. It's 2018.
It's 2018. Anybody could be gay now, right? Yeah.
Well, not even just gay. They could be, fucking, I don't know, pansexual, trisexual, fucking.
Oh, the helicopter thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
whatever the fuck.
Okay.
But I don't think a handshake is a reliable test for homosexuality.
Really?
No,
I think
not
it
at
is.
all. No, I don't think there really is a test
Besides fucking a guy.
besides fucking a guy in the
Okay.
ass. And even then, that's not even a thing. That's not even like a true test for being gay. They could be bisexual.
Yeah.
Or they could just be experimenting. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's bi. Yeah.
So I mean,
But I'm talking like
unless-
truly homosexual gay. Like,
unless somebody identifies as that, then I don't fucking know.
What do you mean identifies as that?
Identifies as gay or homosexual. How are we supposed to know? I don't think a handshake is a good test.
It's the handshake, bro. I'm telling you.
No, man.
It's like a Bronx Tale, the Mario test.
The Bronx Tale.
Do you remember the Mario test? Like, if the girl, if you're going around, if you let a girl into the car and you go around the car and she unlocks the door for you, so you could get in the car, that means that she's the one for you. That's the Mario test.
That's the Mario test.
Mario test, bro. There's the Mario test and there's Paul's gay test.
Paul's gay test.
Paul's gay test. Shake somebody's hand, bro.
I don't think your gay test holds up, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to
We're gonna have to experiment with this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
find
go
gay
straight.
people. Is any gay people out there want to come in and like?
We know what you gotta do. We'll just walk down the street and be like, "Hey, you want to shake my hand?"
Let's go to Wilton Manors, dude.
And just shake people's hands, and then after they shake hands, be like, "Hey, are you gay?"
Like, first of all, first of all, let's see how many people. Let's go to Wilton Manors, dude, and let's see how many people actually shake our hands. First of all, and thank you, Krebs. And second of all, like. Then we have to ask them after. Oh, by the way, are you, like,
we definitely would be able to do that in Miami because if you walk up to random people in Miami, they just think you're a dickhead. We have to leave.
And do what?
Leave. So, Paul thinks that he can tell if somebody's gay by shaking their hand.
Okay.
9 times out of 10.
9
is his
times
claim. And I don't think that's.
I think that's actually accurate. There's actually.
I don't think
Thank
so.
you.
No.
No, there are actually scientific studies done where they would flash a picture of a gay man and a gay woman, 2 people. And like 9 times out of 10, the person can tell just in that 3 seconds seeing them, they can tell they were gay.
That's gaydar. That's crazy, dude. Yeah,
But I don't think a handshake is a good reliable test for somebody being gay.
But he's also looking them in the face. There's probably a lot of cues that he's picking up on that he's not aware of.
That's not just it's not just a forcefulness of the handshake. Like I just look at them, kind of like shake their hand.
Because that implies that all gay men are feminine. I've seen rugby players.
What, like,
I don't want to fight.
You were out
but
getting.
they're
You were
gay.
out getting as we were all saying. Like I met George Takei. I shook George Takei's hand.
Oh, did
And
you really?
George, yeah,
That's awesome.
George Takei shook my hand like forcefully. Like I would never know unless I listened to him on Howard Stern. Him on Howard Stern telling stories that he's fucking guys in the ass and shit.
See, that's the test. That's how you tell
the
somebody's
test.
gay. You fuck somebody in the ass, they're gay. That's the
Actually,
test.
That floor when he said that, he's like, yeah. I was like, he's telling like fucking like dirty stories on Howard Stern. I'm like, oh my god, he's fucking gay. Holy shit! Like I would never know.
I didn't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know either until just because I just wouldn't assume. There's nothing about him that seemed gay.
No, yeah, it's
But
crazy.
I only knew because on 790
my.
I was gonna do it, asshole. On 790 The Ticket on Dan Le Batard's show, they had Tim Hardaway on, and Tim Hardaway had like has all these or used to have all these car wash places. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
There's a reason they don't exist anymore, or they do, but they had to rename them because Tim Hardaway came on and said, "I don't like gay people. I don't agree with their lifestyle."
I remember that. Yeah.
And then, this is like 10 years ago.
Like 10 years ago,
And then,
yeah.
and then they like cut the interview, and Dan was like, "Shit, like that was not supposed to happen." But the fucking then George Takei came on, and he did this awesome, hilarious fucking video where he goes, "Tim Hardaway, I heard your comments about hating us," and then I went, "Oh my god, you're gay?" And then he goes, "We don't hate you." And then it was a video, so a picture of Tim Hardaway comes on. "We don't hate you. We don't hate these thighs. We don't hate these calves. We don't hate that sexy bald head. We don't hate your sexy bald head. We don't hate you. Oh my! Like it was fucking. That's how you come out to me.
Why did people feel so threatened by homosexuality and gay people? I never understood that.
But
Why are people like offended by gay people?
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because the federal government collects taxes.
Oh my God! Yes.
And they get involved in people's personal lives because they fund programs of people's money.
As a straight male, let me extol the benefits of men being homosexuals.
Paul straight, by the way, everyone.
Yes,
everyone,
thank you.
everyone.
Okay, let me extol the benefits of men being homosexuals. It's more women for us. It's good for straight people, and it also calls the population. There's too many fucking people in this
They have
world.
less kids.
there's
They have less babies.
They pay higher
don't give-
taxes.
they don't give birth from their fucking ass.
They have less babies.
They have less babies. They don't give birth from their
Technically,
fucking
they
They
ass.
have-
don't give birth from their ass.
Yes.
I beg to
Homo-
differ. I
homo-
beg to fucking
Okay, they
differ.
give birth to turds like we all do.
I
Okay.
saw Tenacious D in concert, and Jack Black and Kyle Gass definitely gave birth to butt babies on stage.
I hate Tenacious D.
What? Fuck you!
I hate Tenacious D.
Oh, thank
Fuck you
God!
too!
Thank
I
God!
was
Finally,
never-
somebody else.
I've been a fan of Black Jack exactly
No.
3 times in my life, and I could list
Jack
them
Black.
like real quick.
High
Jack
Fidelity.
Black. No,
saving,
great in it.
saving. No,
He
no,
was great in that.
No. He was born for that fucking role.
Yes, he was.
King
He was
Kong.
born-
He was good in King Kong. I thought he was
Saving
perfect in that.
Silverman.
Saving Silverman, another
Yeah.
great one.
Saving Silverman. I'm losing my mind.
02 or 03, I think.
I don't think I saw that.
No, 01. I was
I
in
don't
high
think I
school.
saw that.
I went on a date in high school with that
Fucking
one.
Tropic Thunder. He was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tropic
Amazing.
Thunder. He was one of the best parts of the whole fucking movie. Nobody could have done that except for him.
You ready for this? You know, okay, so after that show, I saw them.
And the new Jumanji movie, he was great in.
I got
didn't
to
see
meet
it.
him and Kyle Gass.
No shit.
We hung out for like a whole 10, 15 minutes. And the way he is, like, doing his comedy is the way he is in person.
I'm for sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
like,
Yeah, he's
it's-
like that.
That's
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
being natural.
Yeah.
So there was this huge line of people. And at the show, they were selling official Tenacious D cum rags.
Oh, gross. Okay.
So, no, it was
Gross,
for,
go
it,
on.
no, it was
Gross,
a-
but go on.
No, it was rags for you to come in, not they came in
Yeah,
with
yeah,
rags.
yeah, of course.
W-
yeah.
And it
was
was-
that written on the paper? Like,
Yeah.
is- okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, so everyone had their stuff, and we're waiting in line, and I didn't have anything, and I get up, and I'm the last person in line, and I come up, and they're awesome. They waited till every single person got to say hi or whatever, and I walk up to them, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, what do you want me to sign? And I was like, you want to sign my car? And Jack Black, without
No.
skipping a beat, just starts scanning the parking lot, not even making eye contact with me. At this
Yeah.
point, he doesn't give a shit about me. He goes, where is it? And he's looking left and right over the parking lot, trying to figure out which car is mine.
That's awesome.
And it just dumb, pure dumb fucking luck. I had parked like I don't know, probably 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's the white Oldsmobile right over there. And he just starts walking over to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts drawing all over the trunk of the car. And Kyle Gass is standing there, and he kind of looks at me, and he looks at the car, and he goes, are you sure this is your car and not your... And well, no, you sure this is your car and not your parents' car?
Oh my God.
And I was like, no, man, it's mine. He's like, okay. He drew like flames on the back of the tires, like on the back fenders and shit. And like, they signed it all over. And then I got him to go inside, and they signed the back of the sun visors and
Oh
shit.
my God, dude, that's awesome.
The dashboard. And we were sitting there talking shit the whole time. And like, there was this cop standing there. I guess he was giving security to the band or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because they're there, like the cop's just sitting there shaking his head as they're drawing all over my fucking car in permanent marker, my white car, in black permanant marker.
Oh my God, dude.
That was such a great time though. It was a good story.
You took pictures of that?
Oh yeah, of
Good,
course.
thank God. Okay, I was gonna say.
But this is why I fucking hate Tenacious D. You can be funny and musical. You can be musical and funny. You can be Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl was the devil in Tenacious D. Awesome, but
Jack Black has an amazing voice. Amazing. And Kyle Gass is a
I'm not done.
great
I'm not done.
instrumentalist.
I'm not done.
Oh my
I'm not
God, the
done.
dude in strings.
I'm not done, and I'm not arguing with what you said. I've heard Jack Black fucking sing "Bring It On."
Have you seen him sing the national anthem?
Not yet, but I will.
Fucking phenomenal. Oh my God.
I will YouTube it, but I still have a point to make, which is you can be funny, you can be musical, you can be Dave Grohl, musical, funny guy, everyone loves him, or you can be funny and then musical. You can be like what's it, Lynch,
Stephen Lynch.
Stephen Lynch. I've seen him in concert in West Palm, fucking awesome. By the way, 3 inches tinier than me, which is weird because I actually slapped him in the chest. Different story. But so you can do one or the other. But when you try to be both at the same time, I fucking hate you. And Jack Black does that. He tries to be so funny, so musical. Dude, pick one. Fucking pick one. I'm
He's
sorry.
musical by nature.
I have heard all of Tenacious D. It annoys me. It's not fun for
literally,
me.
musically, that guy is super fucking talented.
I think it's bizarre, bro. Like, it's annoying. Yeah.
That guy's super fucking talented, and
can't
he's
do fucking
hilarious.
Tenacious D,
That
man.
first Tenacious D album, it was fucking awesome.
Really?
Oh my god.
Or was it annoying? I found it
It was
annoying.
amazing.
I listened
Fuck
to a few
you.
of the tracks, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Next. I can't do that. Yeah, I don't know.
It was amazing. Fuck you. Fuck you.
There should be more.
Fuck you.
There should be more gay people in the world so we could cull the population. That's what I said.
What? Look, all I'm saying is that I don't know. Probably like a year ago, I put up on Facebook if anybody wanted to start a Tenacious D tribute band.
Oh my god.
Oh, you've been pitching that to me for quite a while. But
I am so ready to do
but
this.
just so you know, I hate
That's how
Tenacious D.
big of a fan you are. Okay.
I learned
I mean,
all
the guy
I-
signed your car and shit.
I learned all their songs, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. And Kyle Gass is a badass.
He's great. I've got no problem with him. I just hate Tenacious D.
God, I fucking hate you. God.
It's
How
fine.
can you hate Tenacious D?
Easily.
Next thing you're gonna tell me you drink tea.
Occasionally, yeah.
You fucking.
You don't drink tea?
But to be
no,
fair,
I'm a fucking patriot.
to be fair, I
What
do.
do you drink? Coffee or beer?
no,
Or what do
I
you
drink beer and water.
You
I'm
drink
a
beer and
fucking
water.
patriot.
That you're a fucking patriot. Okay.
You know why? You know why I don't drink tea?
Why?
Tea belongs in the fucking harbor.
I will be honest. I do feel less
God
American
almighty,
when I
bro.
drink it.
Okay.
I do feel less American when I drink tea. I'll be honest.
Yeah. See?
I also feel a little gay.
If you bought tea and not had to pay taxes on it, would you drink it?
No, because coffee is tea with balls. Like
I will not drink tea.
You won't drink iced tea.
Any tea.
You won't drink like a fucking.
you wouldn't
like
drink
a
sweet
brisk
tea in South
or
Carolina. Like
No.
Pure leaf. You won't drink sweet tea.
No.
how about a
Give me
long,
your South card.
No
Your-
taxation
Give me your fucking
without
South
representation.
fucking card.
how about how about a Long Island iced tea?
That's not tea. There's no tea in that.
There's no tea in that. It's literally a combination of alcohol.
I'm aware.
I don't
of
even
that.
think there's mixers in it. I'm pretty sure it's
I'm
a
aware
combination
of
of
that.
alcohol.
What is a Long
only.
Island? Like what's in that?
There's no mixer.
Anger.
It's just a combination.
It's a
of
combination
liquors.
of liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some hardcore shit. Okay.
And
It was
something.
actually really funny. I was at my wife's friend. We're at this bar. And
Cynthia.
No,
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna say her name. Anyway,
Damn.
so we're at this bar and she's drinking and she gets a Long Island iced tea. So Long Island iced teas are there's no juice, there's no mixers. I mean, it's literally a combination of alcohols. It's all liquor. And they hand her this drink and she's drinking it and she complains to the manager. She's like, "I don't think this drink is very strong. I think it's too much mixer." And tried to and I'm like, "Oh my god, this fucking she's so fucking Jewish." Anyway,
And it's not Cynthia.
no.
Okay.
So I tell this chick, I'm like, "Hey, a Long Island iced tea does not have mixers. It's literally all liquor. That's all it is. Combination of liquors. There's not even fucking food coloring in it. Like it's just liquors, ice."
Oh no, yeah, I actually know
And-
who you're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, don't say her name.
Yeah, no, got it. Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, so and she's like, "Yeah, but it doesn't taste strong." I was like, "That means they mixed it perfectly. That means the bartender did a fucking kick-ass
Yeah.
job."
Sure. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
And she just keeps complaining to the manager, and the manager keeps kind of blowing her off, like, "Yeah, whatever, this stupid bitch."
Uden.
And then until finally, like,
You
the
just said Uden. Sorry.
finally the fucking manager turns around and like is like borderline yelling at her and goes, "It's all fucking liquor. There is nothing mixer in that fucking drink. It doesn't fucking taste strong because you're fucking drunk." And he turns back around, and she's like, and then for a while she didn't want to go back to this bar that this happened. And she's like, "They don't like the way they treat me there." And I'm like, "That's because you're fucking dumb."
And she also mouth raped my date to your wedding.
He deserved it.
Oh no, he deserved far worse. No,
He deserved
it's just a great story.
Stereotypes exist for a reason sometimes.
I know, and Kavanaugh
had
got
this-
fucking confirmed
I had
58 to
this-
48. What the fuck?
I had this
Do
discussion.
you know
the other
Kavanaugh got
day.
confirmed today?
No, I did not know that.
Hey everyone, Kavanaugh is confirmed.
Yeah.
It is
all right.
confirmed.
If anyone's
Awesome.
listening, can you tell me why it was 50 to 48? Like, what two senators are we missing? I've
Well,
been asking
the
around.
Republicans hold the majority of the Senate, right?
No, but like it's 100 senators, so we should have had
Yeah.
it should have been 50-50. And
Oh,
if it got,
one of them had a wedding. I remember.
They didn't
It was a
vote.
Republican. Yeah, one of the
They didn't
Republicans
vote.
had a wedding. They didn't vote. Yeah. And if it's tie Pence, the VP is a fucking deciding
yeah.
vote.
Which by the way, you can hate Trump all you want, but Trump did something the people in Indiana could not do. They got Mike Pence out of it.
You know what? You know, the night Trump was elected, I was furious, and I was like, fucking Trump got elected. God damn it, this country's fucked. But then I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? Yeah, Trump got elected. but may the glory of God protect Donald Trump from any type of assassination, any type of whatever, bro. Because the vice president, who he has as vice president, Mike Pence, the oligarch, the fucking religious zealot. I'll take 10 Trumps before I take that motherfucker.
My theory is that he picked Mike Pence so that way nobody would kill him.
Exactly.
He was not his first choice.
That was my theory.
Bro, like...
His people called Kasich, and he said no, because Kasich was like, no, you're not going to win. No.
The guy from Ohio?
Yeah, so, I mean, yes, probably right in that nobody would want to kill him because Mike Pence will step in, but Mike Pence wasn't even their first step. So even if like Republicans hate Trump, there were other options. He tried.
Some people like Trump, some people hate him.
May Lord
Everyone hates
Trump
Mike Pence.
Everybody hates Mike Pence.
Everybody hates fucking Mike Pence.
Mike Pence hates Mike Pence.
He's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Like, god damn it. I hate that fucking guy.
Trump, Trump's a fucking goofball, man. Like Mike Pence is fucking serious, dude.
No,
He's fucking dead serious, man.
He is
like,
dead
no,
fucking serious.
Fuck that.
Especially about his like gay conversion camps.
Oh yeah,
like
man.
he
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to.
yeah.
He was campaigning to end the funding of Planned Parenthood.
Sure.
But not just end the funding, end that cost.
Yeah.
He wanted to then turn around and take that funding and put it into gay conversion camps.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
That'll go over
God
really
damn
well in
it.
this country.
Speaking of diversity, I was kind of happy when Trump got elected because that meant that Mike Pence was VP, which means that we had the first vice president ever that I am 100% sure has sucked a dick at some point in his life. You can't be that high in gay conversion therapy unless you went through that course.
I call that American Beauty syndrome. The more homophobic somebody is, the more dicks they've actually sucked.
And
oh yeah, bro.
And Mike Pence.
Have you ever sucked a dick, Paul?
No.
How do you know you don't like it?
Because I'm not. Would you like to explain what not being gay is? Sucking a dick? No, it's okay.
You've never sucked a dick?
I've never sucked a dick. They can keep that. That's their shit, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. How do you know you don't like it unless you try it?
Because I know, like, I could also, like, stick fire ants in my mouth. I know I've never tried it, but I know I'm not going to like that.
You don't know that. You haven't tried it.
Okay, so I'm going to go outside right now, find a pile of fire ants, like, go to town on that fucking, like, mound of fire ants, and I'm going to enjoy that. Fire ants biting my fucking inner cheeks and shit like that.
I think I'd rather suck a dick.
Same way. I'd rather suck a dick. I'd rather suck a dick, yes.
All I'm saying is, I'm not gay. He sucked my dick.
Really? Oh god, there's so many beers on this fucking table. Shit, man.
I loved.
No, this isn't that much. We had like.
Oh.
We burned through like 2 fucking cases with Jay-Z.
Oh really?
And we did like.
And we still got three of his like fucking Miller High Lifes.
Yeah.
I love that guy's nickname.
They're gonna
Jay-Z.
stay.
This guy's talking about Jay-Z. I'm like, Jay-Z? He's like, no, man, our friend John. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, but that.
How the fuck you get Jay-Z on this podcast, dude?
Well, because his last name's Zaytrock, and we've just always called him Jay-Z.
No shit.
And then and then we were in.
Like, oh, yeah, that guy I was talking about Formula One. That guy on Facebook. Yeah.
So
I know him from Facebook. Yeah.
And then we were in high school, and Jay-Z the rapper comes out.
Yeah.
So he was Jay-Z before Jay-Z was Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Wait, so he had the nickname Jay-Z.
Yes,
before
that was his fucking
the
nickname.
rapper Jay-Z.
That was his nickname when we were in fucking elementary school.
Okay, that's awesome.
Like middle school, like
damn,
when
that's some gatekeeping there, bro. That's his fucking name.
When I met him, he like everybody's like, "Oh, this is Jay-Z," and I was like, "Jay-Z," and he's like, "I'm John Zaytrock. Everyone calls me Jay-Z," and I'm like,
that's awesome.
All right, cool. What's up, Jay-Z?
By the way, you, me, and Monkey are the only people out of our friend group that don't know that.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've said Jay-Z to Jason Brown. Everybody else like, yeah, John. Like, oh, okay.
Y'all went to high school together?
Yeah.
No shit.
I didn't.
Well, I went with Jay-Z and other people. But, yeah. I just lived next door to Jason Brown forever.
You knew him from next door?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you? What about Preps?
What about me?
How'd you like? Oh, you met Jason in Orlando or something.
No. No. I met Eric Brown first. By the way, rest in peace, Eric Brown. You may not know this, and I've got no problem talking about it because it's so much fun. Eric Brown has specifically deleted me and Matt. I don't know why. I don't know why because we haven't talked to him. I'm probably going to get drunk and bug him about it later. But
I'm going to go ahead and say it was because we bashed him for not going to his brother's wedding on the podcast. And
I
bet
think
he heard it or someone told him.
I think it's because we rated Nick Brown above him.
Did you do a Brown Power Rankings? Oh, my God.
No, we made Jason do it.
You made Jason. Oh, I got to listen to Jason's fucking show.
You do. And But
He tactfully refused to answer,
He refused to answer, of course. Okay.
so we helped him,
and we just made his list for him.
and
power rankings.
We were kind of drunk, and it was funny.
And my
But-
point, and my point was, I'm putting Nick Brown over Eric Brown because for all Nick Brown's fault, he fucking shows up to shit. That was my point. So I casually somehow I just noticed that like I didn't see a lot of shallow whiny shit on Facebook. Man, where's Eric? Oh, we're not friends anymore. Okay.
And then he told me, and I was like, "Huh, I'm curious." And I went and looked, and I'm like, "Nope, we're not friends anymore."
I was never friends with him on Facebook, so yeah, I wouldn't even know. But, like,
Yeah, so he unfriended us.
I completely forgot my like I
That was like my easiest unfriending of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Like I have
Yeah.
some really good ones. That was.
Oh, your best one was when it was the shooting after fuck I want to say flat
the gay nightclub.
Pulse shooting, yeah.
Pulse,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like
oh god, well, I remember that one. I was laughing. What'd you say?
I went off and I was like,
duck faggots was one of them.
yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I don't remember. You had a couple. Duck faggots was one.
I remember. I messaged him.
But one of them, the main one that got a lot of stir was I was like, I can't believe people would just let themselves get shot. They ran and hid the bathroom. ... Faggots.
Almighty man.
And then I
Dude, he
comment.
got so much shit on that fucking post.
Like,
man.
oh my god, there must have been like 150,
I
200 comments of
dude,
people
like,
arguing over shit. and-
Everybody,
and-
it became a whole shitstorm. Yeah,
I know.
And
I know.
I think I made a total of like 2 comments on the whole thing.
yeah.
Like it was not me.
I
Talking.
made
It was just-
one comment.
It was like people going off.
Yeah,
It
I
was
just made one
hilarious.
comment. This is all I said. I was like, Matt, comma, you're going to hell. Period.
And
that was my comment.
I
I was
com-
like, you're going to hell, dude.
I commented, I put a link to YouTube for Panic at the Disco, Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time, and
Oh god.
with the actual written caption of, I've never seen this many gaping holes since Grease.
My best, pretty sure my best unfriending of all time. Like it's definitely in the top 5. Mother's Day last year.
Go on. Okay, go on.
Oh yeah, refresh me on this one. Okay.
Posted a picture of Casey Anthony.
Yes. That was
Oh.
okay. I thought that was funny.
With
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. I thought that was funny, bro. I saw that. I was like, ha ha, that's great. Okay. People actually got offended by that.
Oh yeah.
Oh come on.
Are you ready
All
for
right.
this? My sister-in-law unfriended me.
No, I don't believe
Yes.
you.
Yes.
She unfriended you over Casey Anthony and Happy Mother's Day?
Yes,
Oh
she
my God.
unfriended me. Yes, I got a couple other unfriends out of that one too. I actually got some really bad messages out of that one too. I was
You
like,
got who gives
like
a
I'm like,
fuck, dude?
really? Like that's upset. That upsets you?
That's funny, dude. I'm sorry. Happy. Okay.
And then I had another really good one. This dude, he went off about people need to respect veterans and this and that or some shit, and he was going off about 9/11, and I was like, this guy's a douchebag. Like, he's a fucking okay. First off, he was a fucking drug addict. He's a loser. Like, doesn't have a job. Like, never been in the military.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking whatever. He's just
one
virtue
of those.
signaling on fucking Facebook. So I found a picture of the Twin Towers falling, and it zoomed into one window, and it showed 2 chicks showing their tits.
Oh man.
If you're gonna go out, go au naturel.
Yeah, so I posted it to his thread. He's like, "That's so disrespectful." Blah blah blah
God
blah blah.
almighty, man.
And I was like, I served. I went over there and did some shit.
Yeah.
I actually went. Before I joined up, I actually went and saw the holes in the ground the towers left.
No
In the-
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
like,
too.
fuck you.
Yeah.
And he got all butthurt. But then I went on a little drunken rampage, and I found like, I don't know, like 50, 60 more pictures of offensive 9/11 stuff. Some gifts involved too, and I posted them all to his thing.
Almighty.
And then he, gave me this paragraph shit, and then, deleted and blocked
I
me.
remember like one of the this is like early internet around 9/11 times. One of the original like 9/11 fucking like memes, whatever, was like a Valentine's Day card, and it was like the two.
I play New York.
it's like the one building hugging the other building, and there's like planes flying into it, and it says "I'm falling for you." I thought this is like a week after 9/11, bro. I saw that shit on some fucking forum, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, the internet is a screwed up place. It's like 2001, dude. Imagine now. Like, Jesus Christ. Bro.
I think my favorite blocking was I think it was about two years ago. And there's a girl I know from high school, Mariana Levine. I've got no problem saying that because she doesn't listen, and nobody that I know even listens to it.
Maybe she could.
She doesn't. No,
We can send her a link.
no, she's a vegan. They're highly fucking triggered as shit. Yeah, and that's not even why she blocked me. So I knew from high school she added me. Like we would talk, and she would post all this vegan shit, and I would like post what are they called? Facts about
Facts?
Yeah, facts.
Well, you know what they say about facts, right?
They're irrelevant now.
Don't confuse me with them.
I know. But so I would like, just put, just argue with her on her veganism. So, like to the point where like I remember saying just like a couple facts, and she goes, "Fuck you, stop trolling me." I'm like, we just started this conversation. I don't even know if I'm trolling yet. Like we haven't gotten there yet. But you're kind of filling the stereotype of the vegan who can't hold their own in a conversation. Anyway.
But wait, on the post was she like touting veganism, or was this like a post
Oh,
like
she toast-
tofu or whatever? Like,
She toasted nothing but veganism.
but like the politics behind veganism, like the ideas behind it. Oh,
No.
Like is she one of those
The
like,
emotional,
Moby?
the emotional
Like,
part.
seems like Moby. Like Moby.
No,
would be
she's
out there.
Moby. She's Moby.
She's Moby. Because like Moby's out there, and Moby's like, oh, nobody should eat meat and blah blah blah. Like he's disparaging all of us for being like meat eaters and shit. She's like one of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the destroyer. Yeah.
By the
Okay.
way, every day on Facebook, I tell Moby to shut up.
Oh, really?
I'm not even kidding.
I love Moby, but like I love Moby. I love his politics. I love Moby's music. But like when it comes to the vegan shit, like it drives me fucking crazy. Then I'll start joining the trolls on that post.
Yeah. But she also like, she had just become a mother, like unintentionally, from what you told me. But
Unintentionally.
From a cucumber.
like, no, I mean,
She found some random dick, had some fun, and boop.
no, she
Gave birth to a baby turnip.
no, like Levine is her married name. I knew from high school it was Arivana or something. But I've got actual old posts on my Facebook that she posted on my wall from like 07 saying, "Oh, I'd hate to fucking have kids." Then she had a kid, and she like split her time. Like half is vegan shit and half
She
it.
gave birth to a Cabbage Patch Kid.
That kid, that kid's gonna die of anemia at right now. Like,
Oh shit.
but okay, so just put it in perspective. She's got very little going on in her life.
So half her posts are vegan, half her posts are pictures of her kid,
Yeah, or just like mom stuff.
or her vegan kid.
Yeah. Her vegan kid. Hashtag do vegan girls swallow. Anyway,
Apparently not.
Yeah, chlorophyll.
so she had posted something about just mothers or something, but it was like the 80th post of the day, and I was just in that. Okay, so I get in this mood where once every so often I'm like, I haven't been a dick to anyway, in the past 2
This guy
hours.
fucking messages me the other day. Oh, you post so much shit about the Marlins. Like, why are you bitching about the Marlins? I'm like, because that's my life, bitching about the Marlins.
I didn't post that.
No, you fucking messaged me.
No,
Okay.
no. Drunk Creps messaged you.
Oh,
I didn't.
there's
do
a
it.
difference. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr.
Anyway,
fucking Kavanaugh.
anyway.
No, there is.
Okay.
There is.
They're
There is a
entirely
difference.
different.
There is a difference. Yeah, I
entirely
noticed that.
different people.
There are two different entities.
I was like, Krebs, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I've been posting about the Marlins long before I've known you, bro.
But I didn't know that. We
Oh,
went
you
out
didn't
friends
know
on
that?
Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
I
man.
just met you, so I'm just going off of
Whether
what,
they're
where
good
we
or bad,
started.
I'll be bitching about them, dude. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. No, I know. Anyway, so
Anyways.
So she's posting all this shit about being a mother, and I said, "Are you an actual person or just a bot that just like searches Google and types in mom and then posts everything off there?"
I have people like that, bro.
And then she goes, "Fuck you. I'm a mom. This is what I post. Leave me alone." I said, "Okay. Well, so I really hope you can appreciate the irony of you telling you that I should let you be you while you're telling me not to be me. I hope you appreciate the irony." Then she blocked me. I don't think she got the irony. She told me, "Don't be a dick." But like, I'm gonna be me, and you're gonna be a mom, and this is gonna happen. I'm sorry, but not really. Sorry, not sorry.
I love the unfollow button. The unfollow button's amazing. Vegans, like the mommy thing, I have to unfollow. Like all they post is like the mother shit. I'm like, I just can't. I can't
I
relate to
thoroughly enjoy friending random people and seeing how long they stay friends with me.
that. That's amazing.
Friend,
Report your findings, please.
friend,
should
start
all
the
do that.
timer now.
If I get bored, that's what I do. I'll just find a random friend of a friend and I'll request them.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get that notification, like, you are now friends with,
Yeah.
Joe Schmuckatelli,
Yeah.
I immediately start shit posting.
Oh my god. Yes.
See, I do the exact opposite. Like on the side of Facebook, it has like people you may know. I decline and kill all of them because like cold-hearted deletion is its own reward. Like you're not good enough. You're not good enough for me. You don't know that. That's fine. You don't need to.
So I'm actually surprised at how many people actually just accept my random ass friend requests. Like, but yeah, but 99.9% of them wind up deleting me.
I haven't sent a friend request in years, man.
It's funny. Occasionally, one or two of them just hang in there, man.
Yeah.
Just hang the fuck in there.
There's some people who who've randomly added me from like sports groups and shit like that. And I post all my crazy shit and they love it. Like, yeah. Like they stay with me and shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's people I've never met before in my life.
The couple randos I have on my Facebook, like, I don't bother them. I don't care what they post. I leave them alone because it's like, all right, they know I'm just a dickhead shit posting. Like, and either they think it's funny or entertaining or whatever. But they want to keep watching it. So, all right.
Yeah.
Because that's literally all I do on Facebook is just shit post.
No, that is literally all you do. For me, I would say like for me it's 75% shit posting and like 25% pictures of fucking cats and shit. I mean, is like animal pictures like shit posting or no?
No.
Okay, so yeah.
No.
Like I'll shit post 75% of the time, and the other 25% I just post like cats and shit like that.
Yeah, Jason Brown knows I shit post. He was the first person to actually call me out on it.
Oh my god, dude, you're the king of shit posting, dude.
He was the first person to call me out on it.
Facebook has given me a terrible superpower. I did not know this was the thing. But so the same way that you're basically just posting to every celebrity or anybody that you give a shit to post to on Twitter, apparently all the shit that I post on random like Huffington Post and GQ, all these bullshit news sites, apparently if I click a button, I can post not as me, but as Band Practice Page.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I know that.
I've begun. I spend 3 hours a day just doing that.
For sure, bro. Yeah.
Because I've gotten so much attention for just posting my like random off
people do that. It's a good idea, man.
Like random off the top of my head off the top of my head thing. Like I think it was like 2 months ago. There was a couple that like spent like $300,000 fucking dollars to have a kid. And I casually said, we don't need more people. You could adopt a person. It sounds like a waste of money. It was just a random offhanded kind of thing. I got like 300 messages and 800 like dislikes. I'm like, you know what? I wish we had that page back then because that's the publicity I want.
Publicity, dude. Yeah.
Well, we got our first hater on Twitter.
You have a hater?
Yeah, we have a hater.
Oh, there's gonna be more to hear this
One.
episode.
One.
Shit, one.
Yeah, one.
You're not gonna get much like background info because it didn't matter. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't like a big deal. I don't even remember what I said to the guy. I think I said something along the lines of, "I don't give a shit where you're from. We probably kicked your ass in World War II."
Oh, shit, he was German?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He could have been from anywhere.
Could be
I'm just gonna assume we kicked their ass in World War
Just
II.
assume, we did, exactly.
Because we fucking won.
Anyway, Twitter.com/bandpractice2.
And anyway, his reply was,
You have 29 followers.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and go back to Florida with your 29 followers or some shit like that. And I was just like, this is awesome. I literally screenshot. I said it to Krebs. So I was like, we have a hater. We have a hater.
Yes.
We have a hater.
Our first hater. I mean, that means that you've made it, bro. When you get your hater, that means you've made it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we have a hater.
Go back to Florida. I love that. Go back to Florida. The fuck? Where the fuck are you from, asshole?